All right. I forget what the station is called, so I'll say nothing. I think we should just change it every week.
Sure. Makes all the little production elements that we have so easy to do.
Yeah. Let's just leave gaps. Have some guy jump in. Leave the gap. Live 105.3, the alternative talk station. Yeah. Just have a wheel. Just spin it. Put people's shows on there, spin it. Wherever it lands on, they get fired.
That could be fun.
It's like the idea of changing the slogan every week. That way you don't get too comfortable with it. Mm-hmm. People always tune in every week to see what the slogan's going to be. Yeah. Live 105.3, the station for white people.
No.
And the next week, Live 105.3, love us.
Stop.
What?
Nothing.
Nobody heard me.
I know.
I especially like that one.
Okay.
Live 105.3.
Yes.
Of us.
I think no.
Sure. And then some weeks throw stuff out that don't even make any sense. Live 105.3, baka baka baka.
That's a good one. Baka baka baka.
Mm-hmm. That would be for the Hispanics.
I see. Okay.
How's Gavin today? He get any more death threats?
No. I think people are starting to leave him alone, but you told him to.
And he was really twisted yesterday that he was getting. Did he actually get a death threat? What did he get?
They're just, I hate you, get out of town. Leave Russ alone, don't talk to him. I mean, they're giving him advice.
Are these phone calls or emails?
Emails.
How are they getting his email address? I don't even know what it is.
I don't know either.
What if they go to Chloe through the station and then Chloe sends them on to Gavin?
Probably something like that.
You don't like that other one? Live 105.3? Love us?
No, that makes me very uncomfortable.
Why? A hell of a billboard.
Yes, it would. It would get attention.
That's what you want. You want people to sample the station. Especially them.
Yes.
Well, if it makes you feel better, we can tag it with, and we love them.
That would help, but I still think you're going to get in trouble.
Speaking of emails, I got this a couple of days ago. I think we're going to take these people up on it.
Okay.
This went to Eddie. He sent it on to me. Dear Mr. Boyd, we at North Texas Imaging Center periodically hear Russ Martin comment on his show that JD needs a brain scan. So guess what you're going to get?
I need a brain scan. What do I need a brain scan for?
Maybe you got something growing in there that keeps you from being able to read.
There's nothing growing in there.
That could be what's making you chomp your teeth. Some type of tumor thingy, and it's putting pressure on part of your brain that controls your chompers.
No.
That's probably what it is.
No. If I'll do a whole body scan, I'll do that. Don't want my heart like that.
At North Texas Imaging Center, we specialize in doing brain scans, looking for physical abnormalities and defects in function, deficits in function. We utilize a Trionics triple-head nuclear camera, which was one of the best instruments available for this type of scan. Eye primary physician, Dr. Theodore Simon.
What?
Are those two names the Chipmunks?
Yes.
Both of them?
Yeah, Theodore and Simon.
I wonder if this is a host job.
I don't know.
Has developed a protocol for diagnosing brain injuries that is now widely used around the world. And we really enjoy looking at the word aberrant, at weird brains.
Weird brains.
What is that word? I know I've heard it before. I don't know how to say it. It's A-B. What am I asking you?
Yeah, there's that.
Because of Dr. Simon's experience, we are one of the preferred brain scan facilities for inmates of the Texas death row. As you probably know, some of those guys have really messed up brains. So J.D. Ryan's brain should be very easy for us to analyze. After the scan, Dr. Simon can explain the results. We will provide you with a set of color pictures that can be posted on your website if you or he wishes. As an added bonus, we will also scan Russ's brain as well. It's not often that we actually get to see a cross-section of a genius's brain.
It doesn't say that.
Yes, it does.
No.
Yes. Why would they not say that?
They just left it out, probably.
What makes you think I added that?
Maybe you didn't. Can I see it?
No. We will do these 2 scans free of charge.
Wow.
If you're interested, please call us at blah, blah, blah. Thank you for your time. Chris, looks like Rhea. North Texas Imaging Center.
Where are they located, does it say?
They are on Walnut Hill in Dallas.
Okay. I'll go.
It's probably off 35. If I had to guess.
I'll go.
Doesn't say that they do full body scans, though. I don't want one of these, though.
Why?
That's when they find crap.
No,
every time you go to the doctor and you get one of these things, next thing you know, you've got cancer.
No, you don't.
It's probably these things that give you cancer.
No, it's not.
Every time somebody thinks they got cancer, they go in for one of these. What do they come out with?
They've already been diagnosed.
Oh, sure.
They have.
Ignore all the coincidences.
No, it's not.
You go in for a brain scan, they find cancer.
No, but
you don't know that these cameras, what is that, like triple nuclear flurb chrome thing.
Yeah.
Triple head nuclear camera.
That's perfect. It's not going to hurt you.
Nuclear blast. You ever heard of getting cancer from a nuclear blast?
I don't think it's nuclear blast.
This says a Trionics triple head nuclear camera. That means it's nuclear powered, which means it's got little goobers running around bouncing off each other inside of it.
Okay, inside. It wouldn't get you. It wouldn't hurt you. They wouldn't let you get in there if you're going to get something.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Why don't you see if they stand in the same room with you when they fire this thing up?
I know they don't.
Thank you.
But
what does that tell you? What does that tell you? What does it tell you? It means something may leak out and they don't trust it. They've all seen The Incredible Hulk.
No, it's not.
That's what happened to him.
It's because they're there all day, every day. You're only there once. It's like an X-ray. The doctor goes in the other room.
Same thing. That's always the first thing that happens when they fire up these triple nuclear cameras or X-ray. What? First thing you hear right before you hear it come on is...
I'm aware. I know.
They stand out in the hall, and every time you're going, you get in here. Pussies. Like this. So why don't you go over there and get your head looked at?
I'll be glad to. Bring the pictures back. I'd like them to do my heart, too, if they would.
I don't believe it says they do that. The name of the... Well, they might. It says North Texas Imaging.
Normally those places will do that also.
I don't want that, because then they'll find something, you got to address it. I'd just rather die from it.
Well, if it's something that could be worked upon...
But you don't know that.
Okay. You're right. But you're perfectly healthy.
You don't know that. I don't know that.
What if it's something very small that can be fixed? Quit with the eye twitch. What was that?
I don't know.
God.
I would be scared. I wonder what the turnaround time is.
I think that's almost immediate. By the time you come out, the computer printed it.
How long does it take? See, just from start to finish, I would start churning up stomach acid, knowing that they're going to show me a picture of something when I come out that I don't want to see.
No, you're perfectly healthy.
You don't know that.
Well, and if you don't you want a doctor in there helping you?
No.
Why? It could be something really simple. That's why we do the prostate thing, because if you catch it early, like the De Niro did, you treat it with something else. You don't have to get in there and have it taken out.
What if it's already too late?
It's not too late. We don't test it all the time.
I'm not talking about prostate. I'm talking about this full imaging. Stay on focus. I'm talking about the full imaging scan. What if they scan me and they come out and they find something in there that don't belong there? Now I got to deal with it, and the rest of my life is based on dealing with this.
Just tell them going in. If there's anything bad, don't tell me. If you just want to see a genius brain, fine. Take a picture.
Yeah.
Stop there.
If there's anything on there that doesn't belong there, you take those pictures into Adobe and you erase it.
That's what you could tell them.
When you going to go?
As soon as they'll let me.
This could be why you chomping your teeth. You probably got something going on, putting pressure on your brain.
I don't have anything pressure on my brain.
And then it shoves a top part of your mandible down on your chompers.
No.
Yes, that's what it is.
I'll look into it. I'll go.
Plus, just by me reading this, we've already paid for 3 or 4 scans.
Yes. I'll go Friday morning.
No, you deal with Dr. Hips first.
He's coming at 2:30.
Here?
Here.
All right.
Hips.
Whatever.
Hips.
And then you go see Dr. Mike. We're going to have your brain scanned. We're going to have the dentist look at you, and we're going to have a him
yeah,
deal with you. So we're going to hit you from 3 different angles. We're going to find out what's making your teeth chomp.
I think
your teeth chomp.
I just think it's a nervous. I just think it's a nervous thing, a nervous tick. I never noticed it, man. I still don't hear it.
Well, then Dr. Mike will probably be the first person to be able to deal with it.
Yeah.
By the way, he wants to take us to dinner because he's got a bunch of our nuts that called him for sessions.
Oh, good. It's nice.
All right. Anything else I need to know before we get started?
Don't think so.
Did you guys have your pre-show, I wonder what mood Russ is in, meeting?
No, it's not a meeting. We just talk. Just back and forth. Hey, what's going on? What emails are you getting? Are you getting emails? Is the internet up?
Why is it at one point you told me you guys always take a bet on what kind of mood I'm in?
It's not a bet. It's just if you're in a particularly bad mood. Again, Eddie's right. This started back when Trey was here, and Trey would do something at 10:30 in the morning, and by noon you were twisted, and you could tell on your emails that you were twisted off about something. And that comes sometimes set the mood for the day. That's all.
You just chomp $1.
I don't know what that is. What?
Just did it again. Put another $1 in.
I did not.
How do you know? You said you can't hear it.
I'm not going to keep... No.
I was wondering how long I could milk that. All right. I wonder how long these body scans. Have you ever had one done?
Yeah, they take about 7 minutes. You have to lay still.
That's it?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say 7 hours.
No. You lay in there. You lay on the table.
You got to take your clothes off?
No, you take your shirt off because I was checking my heart.
Okay. So why are you having your heart checked? Why you worry about that?
Because I have history of heart disease in my family.
Right. You mentioned that yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm working on getting one of those defibs up here in case you stroke out. That way we don't have to call 911 if something happens.
You do need to call 911. You're not a doctor.
We have the defib.
You're not a doctor.
Eddie's going to be on the timer. I'll have the defib, and at 3 minutes when brain damage starts, then we'll warm it up.
You're not a doctor. What if I need medicine?
We have plenty of medicine up here.
What do we have?
We have...
You don't have the stuff they shove in your body? Start your heart again? Natural glycerin or something?
We have Afrin.
We don't want Afrin. They're going to do nothing but clear up my nose.
Anyway, that's what we're doing.
Okay.
We're going to get a defib. In case you stroke out.
I'll be fine.
When that chick say brain damage starts, 3 minutes? 3 minutes. All right. So about 4.5, fire it up.
Thanks.
We don't want you coming out totally intact. We want some kind of defect.
My dear friends.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Very thoughtful.
Your only job is right as you see that light, the white light.
Yeah.
Tell us so we know when to whoop the thing up.
Okay, I think I'm passing to beyond. Hit him, Eddie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cook him. All right, I'm fine. Cook him again.
Just to make sure.
Because you never know. We might have affected the part of his brain that tells the truth. Cook him. Cook him until his belly button shoots out. That's when you know they're done.
Stop.
All right, you ready to go?
Yeah, if you'd like to. Oh, Gavin printed out some more ratings for you. An hour-by-hour breakdown, if you'd like to see it.
Is it going to upset me?
No. It's just, it's now that the official book has come in, he can pull out the hour-by-hour, so you see exactly hour-by-hour.
Straps.
Yeah, it's the front page of the back ones are the weekends.
What's the demographic here?
One with 2554, and that's
men.
Look down that average core hour AQH column.
Men, 2554. Let me look at the weekends really quick.
Okay.
This is Dan and Tassos on Sunday morning, right?
Saturday night, Sunday morning, yes.
Saturday night, Sunday, midnight. It's not bad at all. How long are you guys on? 4 hours? Well, at midnight, when they come on, that hour of 4, the station had a 3.6.
Okay.
Then at midnight, it jumps up to a 4.8.
Very nice.
Then it jumps up to a 6.9.
Wow.
Then it drops to a 0.
Wow.
What happened in the 2 o'clock hour? Then at 3 o'clock, it jumps back up to a 2.9. What is this, Monday through Friday right here?
Yes.
Okay, Stern. Middays. All right, I'm not reading this.
Okay. Well, you don't have to read. Yeah. That's one thing.
You got to get the full effect. You got to read the ratings for the shows around us.
Right.
Why'd he print this? This is really kind of ugly.
He printed to show you.
Oh.
You see what the hour I'm talking about?
Yeah. It's too bad because I like them.
All right.
Let's start news.
Okay, let's do that.
Maybe it's 7 o'clock. By accident, I'm pushing the wrong button and the transmitter shuts off.
No, I don't think that's it. No.
This isn't. I listened to him last night for one of the first times because I was sitting in here after the workout and I just flipped on the station and they were interviewing some guy about zombies. I think he was, I don't know who he was. He'd written for Saturday Night Live. It's not a bad interview.
Good.
Liz talked about being on her period and being worried about zombies. That made me laugh.
Okay. Odd combination.
Maybe she thinks they smell it.
All right. Okay.
Especially hers.
All right. Well, is she back on that period thing again?
I don't know. She was talking about it last night.
I had one a couple of weeks ago.
Well.
Don't. Just don't. Just let that one go.
Oh, I got a good one.
Oh, dear. Something else here. Can you say it?
No. I'll let it go.
All right.
All right, how about this?
Okay.
I'll turn the mics off. Okay. Maybe you have more periods.
Oh, yeah, that's ugly.
You get it though, right?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
All right. God. I'll save that for when somebody calls up later and I need a nice little slam. All right. Because I like the Liz Wild.
Yeah.
All right, 3:30. J.D. Ryan's on Live 105.3.
Thank you, Russ. Brought to us by Miller Lite.
This hour of the Russ Martin Show is brought to you in part by Miller Lite.
For Wednesday, October 22nd, 2003, Zachary Hansen, the youngest of the Hansons, is 18 today. Shelby Lynn, little country singer, is 35. And Annette Funicello is 61.
I didn't know she was still alive. Didn't she have MS?
Yeah.
Or she have MD? What's she got?
I think it's
Multiple sclerosis?
Yeah. All right, the lawyer for the husband of Terry Schiavo, the brain-damaged woman at the center of the Florida right to die controversy, basically said today a new law allowing Governor Jeb Bush to order her feeding tube reinserted is unconstitutional. A circuit court judge in Pinellas County...
But they stuck it back in, though, right?
Yeah, they did. But rejected a request for an emergency injunction filed by Schiavo's husband, Michael, which would have prevented the refeeding of his wife, but the judge did give attorneys 5 days to file paperwork for a permanent injunction. Schiavo's father, by the way, Bob Schindler, insists today his daughter is alert, active, and a live human being and shows videotapes of her condition, and that has moved Florida Governor Jeb Bush to act on her behalf. Michael Schiavo, by the way, who already has one child with his longtime pregnant girlfriend, is his wife's legal guardian. Michael Schiavo collected more than $1 million in malpractice settlements stemming from his wife's collapse. Only $50,000 of that is left. The money has now been frozen by the courts.
I still don't understand how they would opt to just disconnect her feeding tube. Because I know some people would say, well, if she's in a vegetated state, she's not going to feel the starvation.
Right.
All right. Well, we don't really know that that's the state she's in.
It's true.
We're assuming. And obviously there are people on both sides that are saying, no, she doesn't feel anything. Other people say, yeah, she does. All right. Are you really willing to gamble to yank a feeding tube out of somebody's mouth and let them starve to death over the next 2 or 3 weeks?
Yeah.
So I don't care what the argument is. And trust me, I'm the last person that really gives a rat's ass about anybody else. But to yank a feeding tube out of somebody's mouth when you're not really sure that they're ready to go, that blows.
It does. It's a weird controversy. And this guy's pregnant with his girlfriend and $1 million. And
well, what was he supposed to do? I think she's been in this comatose state for 6 years? 13 years? Whatever it is, it's been a long time. So it's been that part of his life that he's devoted, to at least taking care of her.
Yeah.
Maybe it's 13 years and the last 6 he's been trying to get the tube yanked out. And if you know that's specifically going to kill her, why don't you just do it instead of making her suffer?
Yeah, because you can't.
I like Everett's take on it.
Which is?
Well, you take the tube out and put some soup in front of her.
No.
That way you're legally you're covered.
I gave her food.
You put it right there in front of her. Every day I walk by and go, soup.
Getting cold.
If you don't want it, just say so. All right, fine, don't eat it. I'll bring you anything else. Crip.
God.
I got another letter from Steven. Want to hear it?
Oh, sure.
Where's the queer music? So I got to go pay taxes on my land at Cedar Hill. And land's turned out to be a pain in the ass. You want it?
No. Have that kind of money for land?
It's a nice acre.
It's beautiful.
Overlooks Joe Pool?
I know it does.
Buy it from me.
No, I don't have that kind of money.
Dick. Russ. Thoughts of you enter my mind. Looks like it says unbidden. Is that a word? I cannot control them. Maybe you meant unhidden. I don't care. I cannot control them. They control me. Hot, uninhibited, lustful images, pushing all around. Pushing rational thoughts from my mind. I close my eyes to relish the prospect of you standing before me. Your hands exploring my body. Gently exploring each and every hole.
Oh.
He got extras down there I don't know about?
I don't think so.
Makes it sound like there's several.
Yes, it does. Well, in the way you got one in the...
Ba, 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 ba. Thank you. By the way, it's the slogan for the station next week. Ba, 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 ba.
That's my favorite.
Go ahead, David, produce that one. Take the sound clip I just did and have him tack on Live 105.3 and then that sound. The softness of your lips against mine. To taste the sweetness. Love, Steven.
Have you checked the website? Has he added anything to StephenLovesRuss.com?
I don't know. I haven't looked at it.
Okay.
Let me check momentarily.
Okay.
Steven with a V, right?
Correct.
Welcome to StephenLovesRuss.com. It's a picture of me at LeBaire. Then there's those damn pictures that he took through the window and over the wall when I was working out. Oh, be still my heart. Look at this yummy picture of Russ I took when I sneaked into the studio. I can just feel that mustache pressed to my lips. Oh, there's some kind of Batman poster on here. That's a bunch of junk. What does Batman have under his cape now? The two crime fighters, Bat Russ and Big Gay. I don't even read that. All right, go ahead.
Okie dokie. And let's see here from the NBC5i.com website. Now that the city of Dallas closed sexually oriented businesses along Northwest Highway after a long fight, 11 other businesses in the area may be new targets. According to Laura Miller, she says we've got a long list of clubs and bars that are operating illegally because in that area you've got to have a special use permit to operate a bar in that area, and a whole bunch of them are not. Miller said the Board of Adjustments will look into the matter and hold a hearing to decide what day to lock the doors if the bars are operating illegally.
Which bar is she going after?
She's got a list. She didn't tell us, but she says they got a long list of bars and clubs that are operating illegally. They're supposed to have a special use permit to operate a bar in that area, and many of them don't have it.
Why all of a sudden is she jumping on them?
I do know.
You know, I was driving in, and I thought, I'm sure there's some decent things that she's done. She's probably a stand-up chick in certain areas. When all the cops and the firemen came out in front of City Hall and they were pissed at her, She had the balls to go out there and talk to them. Mm-hmm. Me, I'd have stayed upstairs, waited till they left, even if I had to live there for a couple of months. I give her credit for that.
She did.
Okay? Mm-hmm. Now that I've said all that, this really got to be one of the stupidest broads I've ever met. Look at all the things that she's done. I tell you what made me think about this. I was driving in, and how great that we have the no panhandling rule. So now the cops, police, firefighters, those guys in the red things, vans, they can't stand out on corners and do the fill the boot campaign because now we have the no panhandling thing, and there's no exceptions to that. What do we still have on corners? We still got those homeless people.
Right.
Because the cops aren't going to do anything about it. It's a waste of time. Why would you want to eat up manpower of a Dallas police officer to haul some jackass downtown, take him off the street so he could run somebody down to Loose Stair or wherever they go when he could be doing something else? That, the no smoking thing.
Now cracking down on these bars, they're just trying to stay in business.
The 6-foot rule at the topless bars. You know what? I got bad news for you, Laura. A, I think I'm going to get behind this recall thing. And B, not just the dregs of society like to drink and look at cans. I'm sorry, but that's not the case. It's not just skunks that go out and enjoy entertainment.
You just spit on her.
Yes.
God. That looked hilarious. I think, isn't there someone you can do an internet? Because you know people are never going to actually go anywhere and sign up any petition.
I look at the stuff I looked at. First of all, Everett was supposed to go back and look at the city charter. You know he ain't ever going to do that.
I know.
Unless I actually gave him money to sit down and go do this, he's going to set it aside and work on the stuff that he's getting paid for.
But there's got to be a way to do an internet petition somehow.
I don't think it's valid because you got to, according to the information I looked at, there's got to be somebody that passes this around. They have to watch you print, sign the information, and then the person that's passing around the petition has to sign it at the bottom. And I still don't know what the required number of signatures would be. And obviously, I'm going to have to do it on my own because nobody on my staff can pull their heads out of their collective answers and go check on it for me.
Don't look at me. I'll find out.
I can't get Everett to check on the charter.
Right.
We don't actually know how many signatures we need, while Laura Miller's screwing up the city of Dallas.
Fast.
No smoking. The panhandling thing, which is absolutely absurd. You're going to eat up cops' time? What are you going to do, write these homeless people a ticket?
Yeah, really.
All right, what's going to happen after that? Oh, they get another ticket. Well, how do you know it's the same homeless person? A lot of them don't have ID.
I know.
You going to take their word for it, who they are? That's absolutely absurd. You're taking people with no address, so you can't mail them their warrant.
Exactly.
But we still expect cops to eat up time and go enforce that. Sitting right down here at 183 Mockingbird.
Sits there every
Guy
night.
sitting there right on the corner.
Sits there every night. I see him every night when I go home.
But firemen can't get out there because they're going to be breaking the law, and they can't do the fill the boot campaign for muscular dystrophy.
Right. And now 6-foot rule. Just at
the topless bars.
Insult to injury, yeah.
Just because you don't do those things doesn't mean that other people wouldn't like to enjoy it. Those places are there for a reason. Not just druggies and slime going to topless bars or drink alcohol. I know it sounds weird. It might be a kooky thing for you to grasp onto, but it's just not the dregs that frequent these places.
Word gets out, this convention business we're going to lose.
Yeah, who wants to come to Dallas if you ain't got no topless bars to take them to? And if you go, you can't get within 6 feet of them nips?
That's ridiculous.
By the way, I mean nipples and not jabbing.
I understand. Oh, God, stop it.
I want anybody to think I was throwing out ethnic slurs.
Okay. I understand. No, it's ridiculous, yeah.
You chomped again, another $1.
Did I really, or are you just trying to load up the cup?
You chomped. If you stop, you can have all the money back.
I'll go this weekend. I'll take care of it. I got 3 things going on all of a sudden. I got a brain scan, I got a
hypnotist,
and
a dentist. Out of the 3, one of those should correct it. If it doesn't, then I'll have to take it in my own hands.
Which will be?
I haven't decided yet. Maybe that defib thing that's coming.
No.
Yeah.
You want to kill me?
No.
That would.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing. I read the instructions.
You don't know what you're doing.
Shut
you
up.
don't hit somebody with a normal heartbeat.
We'll take care of that.
Elliott Smith, a singer-songwriter whose dark, introspective songs won him critical acclaim and an Academy Award nomination, has apparently committed suicide. He was 34. Smith was found by his living girlfriend Tuesday.
Hold on a second. Eddie, where's my sweeper? What?
I'll go get it, man. Just stopping it in the middle of the hour.
Oh.
Harder to edit it.
All right. I thought you had 2 computers running.
They don't both record. One's to do regular stuff and one's to record the show.
All right.
I mean, I can pull it off.
No, it's all right. I don't want it now. Seize the fish, whatever that phrase is. I wanted it right then.
Carp dam, whatever it is. Is that what you mean?
Yeah. Go ahead.
It's the day. He sustained a single stab wound to the chest that appeared to be self-inflicted. No,
who was this?
This was Elliott Smith, singer-songwriter.
Oh, yeah. He's on my Deadpool list.
Not on your Deadpool
list. Yes, he
list.
is.
No, he's not.
Yes, he was. I sent out the email today.
He died yesterday.
I didn't have time to change the date on the email.
Oh, you don't get him.
Yes, I do.
No. Then
What's he worth, like 66 points?
Yeah. 34, yeah.
Yeah. I want him.
Well, I want Tony Rena then.
Is he dead?
IRL racer Tony Rena died.
Oh, yeah. I got your email about that. I want him. Car racing's a dangerous sport.
I love him. After crashing close to 220 miles an hour during a test drive at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, he crashed into the wall while exiting the track's third turn, pronounced dead at the Methodist Hospital. He was 26.
What I don't get is that last race, was it IRL? Where that car went in the air, airborne, spun around. There was nothing left of it but the actual cockpit, the inside of the car. How did that guy survive that? And Dale Earnhardt died with a right-hand turn into the wall and not even a head-on collision?
No idea.
You chomped again, another $1.
Didn't.
Yes, did you guys hear it? He did it twice?
Thanks. And I'll just put a 20 in.
No, because then I'll have to keep track. Just pay as you go.
Yeah, I don't know how that happens.
I watched that over and over. What happened to that guy? Is he still in the hospital? But he didn't die, though, right? You're watching that and go, well, that guy's gone.
Yeah.
There's no wheels. You couldn't even tell after it was over, you couldn't tell what that used to be.
Everything just went every which direction. That was the most bizarre wreck. And you're right. He didn't walk away. I mean, he was in the hospital, but still, he lived.
Why is it we can't build cop cars like that?
I think that would be a little expensive.
Oh, so police aren't worth it?
They certainly are, but I don't think cities will do that. Have a police car that's worth $100,000 or more. They certainly are.
Well, what's the person inside worth?
Priceless.
Is that car worth anything without the person inside?
Absolutely not.
Okay. It seems like their biggest priority would be to protect that thing inside. Because without that thing inside that cop car, it's nothing but an empty shell.
I know that.
The human element is inside that car.
I realize.
If I was Laura Miller,
yes,
that would be first on my list instead of shafting everybody out of their raises and being worried about the 6-foot rules. Don't let no boob get too close to my face.
And how many millions of dollars are we going to spend on that over the next few years defending it, that 6-foot rule? Legal fees.
You know something else I thought about? Why don't they put fire extinguishing systems in trunks of these Crown Vics?
That's a good question, too. I don't know.
Yeah, that is a good ask question. Sorry. Put $1 in just for being stupid.
No, I'm not doing it.
Yeah. Because I'm having that put in both Batmobiles. I'm having a halon extinguishing system.
Okay.
Put the trunk, the cockpit, and under the hood.
So it automatically goes off?
You can do it either automatically or there's a pull lever inside in case you get rear-ended. Because I don't know what these Batmobiles are going to do if they get hit in the rear.
Sure.
All I know is I'm driving a Crown Vic to the 3rd power.
Yes, you are.
So Vance is sticking up. That's another story.
What?
I can only mention something in front of Vance. You know what? These cars should have a fire extinguishing system. Just said it in passing.
Right.
Next thing I know, he's ordered 2 halon systems for the cars. I should have it.
Yeah.
But he called and goes, hey, the halon systems are in. Good. You put them in the shop? No, these are going in the cars. Send me a bill. And I think for each car, it's like $600-700. That's not a bad, and all it does, if you don't know what halon does, it just, when it goes off, it sucks the oxygen out of the immediate area. And you can get, I think the tanks I've got will blow halon for like 12 seconds continuously.
Wow.
So for that 12 seconds, it'll continually suck oxygen out of that area. Why can't we do that in a cop car?
I don't know. And I believe the IRL cars had that. Did you see on that wreck, it flared up for a moment with fuel, and then it went out.
Yeah, I believe those have halon systems too.
Yeah.
You want to go with halon, Probably in cars like that, because if you go with a substance where it actually blows onto the car, then you start ruining gauges and all kinds of other crap.
Okay.
Like you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Regular fire extinguisher that smothers the flame with stuff.
Chemicals.
Yeah. I don't understand why we can't stick halide systems in cop cars.
No idea if it's that affordable.
Hold on. What does Gary want? What's his mood today? Friend?
Yeah, he seems friendly. He doesn't like Big Gay Steven bothering you.
Oh. All right. I'm certainly up with that. Hi, Gary.
Hey, Russ.
How you, did you already we give him the tickets to the thing?
Yes.
Did it already happen?
I'm not sure.
Did you go to the thing?
No, it ain't till November the 16th.
Okay. I didn't know. Just wanted to see if you had a good time or not.
I got him, man. I appreciate it, but I got a comment.
All right.
Will you tell that sorry, no good piece of dog crap Steven to shut his mouth and know his role? If he wants to come up to the station, I'll lay the smack down on him right there in front of everybody. So if he don't quit bothering the man, I'm getting sick of you talking about the jabroni.
Gary, are you jealous?
No, I'm not jealous. I'm just sick of you talking about the punk. He needs to shut his mouth and know his role.
Gary, you're jealous. Gary, Gary, nobody else has my heart. You have my heart.
He needs to stay
Gary.
out of your yard.
Gary, why don't you come up in here in your little Stone Cold Steve Austin underwear? Come up.
When it comes to the next big thing. So tell Steven to shut his mouth. I'm going to knock his running lights out. And Russ?
That's a new one.
Yeah, I didn't
like your running lights out.
I like that one.
Yeah. What is that? Some kind of gay word about hitting him in the balls? Hello? Yeah, he's gone. All right. How very sad.
Yeah.
Gary's jealous.
He is, clearly.
Hey, if Gary calls back, find out how much he wants. I got to pay him to watch him bathe. God. Totally naked. And I want to watch him scrub all the good parts.
Oh. What's your fascination with that all of a sudden?
What?
Watching some fat people bathe.
You realize you just called Tassos fat.
He knows he's overweight.
Nice cover.
He does.
Oh, I didn't tell you. The fat chick, the website we were talking about yesterday, the escort service.
Right.
The chick that's got to weigh 300 pounds. They didn't want to talk to me on the air.
Right.
I got an email from her last night.
Okay. She ugly? I mean, I know she's ugly.
Basically, she said she didn't, had I not thrown out the fat ass comment when I called her fat ass on the air, she would have gone live and then said it was my loss. I'm like, lady, you got to be kidding. So you gave up exposure on one of the largest shows. Hang on, let me look at the ratings.
Yes.
The largest show in North Texas, especially if you're going after men, and it's my loss, then I get an email back. Well, I've never even heard of you. I sent an email back. I bet you would if I had meat in my pockets.
Was that the end of it?
She sent back one more that said, well, if you're not interested, why the continuous emails? That was the last one. I didn't answer that one. Never heard of you. Really? I bet if I had cake on me, you would.
Be all over you.
How we doing, Eddie? All right. Go ahead.
Okay, John Cougar Mellencamp and his wife Elaine have penned an open letter criticizing President Bush, the war in Iraq, and the inability of the anti-war crowd to speak its mind without being labeled un-American. It says, quote, we face the unpleasant reality of an uncertain future, compromised daily, a failing economy, and the question of how a society with otherwise reasonable citizens was systematically lied to and manipulated into backing the political hijacking of Iraq. It finishes up, we have been lied to and terrorized by our own government, and it's time to take action. Now is the time to come together. John Cougar. David Guest, is Guest? Yeah.
The guy that was married to Liza
Minnelli.
I don't care.
You don't want to read it?
No, you can't. I don't care what his name is.
Is suing Liza now for $10 million for basically beating him up during drunken rages and leaving him with head pains. According to David, He says that when they returned from the European honeymoon, David caught Liza, sucking down from a bottle of vodka. Enraged about being caught, she started beating him with her hands. David immediately called a rehab facility to try to inquire about admitting that Liza. She found that out. She started whooping him again. According to this, his last beating was back in June. He now has throbbing pain, severe headaches, vertigo, nausea, hypertension, insomnia, and scalp tenderness from his whoopings. I don't know. And
There's something funny about a guy getting his ass beat by his wife.
Over and over and over.
Say, that reminds me. I miss Dan.
Oh. Dang it.
Go ahead.
Speaking of the husbands and wives and whoopings, actress Pamela Anderson says she thinks she has about 15 years left to live if she's lucky. Former Baywatch star was diagnosed with hepatitis C a couple years ago. She tells U.S. Weekly, the magazine, she thinks the disease will probably kill her in 10 years. The disease causes inflammation of the liver, but she says actually her liver is getting healthier and healthier.
I don't think hepatitis C is always terminal.
It's not. It's.
I had a friend once that got it, and he thought at one point he was going to die, and then they gave him some. I forget what the drug was, but it cleared up.
Cleared it went away.
I don't know if it ever goes away, but he's not dying.
Yeah. 5% of people die from consequences. Most of those are liver cancer and cirrhosis. It's only 5%.
How do you get hepatitis C?
I don't even know.
You know, Eddie?
Yeah, mostly from blood. You can get occasionally from semen, but the majority of the time it's any kind of a blood transfer, whether it's most people get it from using syringes. They had a big outcrop of it in the Navy, and that was because they were going down the line of people, giving them the shot with the gun.
The same needle?
The same.
Oh, gun.
Well, it was the immunization gun. They would just go straight down the line of it, like when they were going to Vietnam or something like that. So there was just a ton of people in the Navy that ended up with hepatitis C.
Well, she said that she got it from Tommy.
Right.
Tommy Lee, because he had used like some kind of dirty tattoo needle. Maybe they're giving tattoos to each other.
Yeah, you can get it through tattoos. There's all kinds of stuff. But any kind of.
Well, how come you don't have it? If that's where she got it, you haven't heard him say anything about having hepatitis C or him dying.
No.
I think he's clean, and it could have been like if, from what I understand, they had parties where they would give each other tattoos, and it would be like several people in a row. So if there's one person in there that gets a tattoo, and she's the next person, they use the same needle.
I'm sure it didn't have anything to do with her running around Hollywood getting her guts pounded by everybody with a band.
No.
What a whore.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Beyond Borders, this is the audio. Beyond Borders opens up in theaters this Friday. Angelina Jolie is in it. She was asked how she feels about recent criticism, cut number 1, of the United Nations.
I don't have the audio.
Yeah, I gave it to you.
No, you didn't. Where is it?
I put it right there.
I don't have it.
Look in the machine.
It's not in the machine. The machine says no disc. You know what that means?
What?
It means there's no disc. Is this it?
Yes.
Well, don't put it under the Macho Man CD.
I didn't.
Mongoloid.
Quit calling me names.
Did we ever play this?
No. We started the other day, and then somebody called, and we went off another direction.
Is it any good?
I haven't listened to it.
What is
I've heard
this?
a couple of tracks.
What is this, the Bluegrass Metallica?
Right, yeah, Metallica and Bluegrass style.
We play this yet?
We almost got to that, too, and we never got to it.
All right. I'll set that aside. All right. Cut number 1 is what?
Angelina Jolie.
Eddie says we got a break.
This is Russ Martin. If you missed any part of this Russ Martin Show, don't worry. We'll play it again. Hear a repeat on the overnight broadcast, 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. on the alternative talk station, Live 105.3.
That's too long. Tell him to cut that down. All right. Can we finish this?
Yes.
All right. Then we'll do traffic here. Okay, where's Gail? There she is.
Here I am.
Hi, Gail.
Hi.
What do you got?
Joy Internet
Is that it?
for this hour.
All right. Your out cue is JOI.net.
Joy.net. Quality internet for $6.95 a month. It's fast, reliable, and secure. Internet with no advertising, just clean, straightforward service. Go to www.getjoi.net.
Well, here's why you're sitting in traffic on Central in Richardson. Southbound 75, just before 635, there's an accident that was allowing only the left lane to get through. They're telling me now that the 2 left lanes are open, but in the backup at Spring Valley, there's a stalled car. You add those 2 together, and you've got to back up beyond Arapahoe Road. Southbound on the tollway just before 635. There's an accident as well. So far, Tarrant County's in pretty good shape this afternoon. Contact Allstate today for your auto insurance needs. Just call 1-800-ALLSTATE. See your local Allstate agent or visit allstate.com. You're in good hands with Allstate. I'm Gail Lightfoot on Live 105.3 The Talk that Rocks Texas.
Thank you, Gail. It's going to be about 60 for the low tonight, sunny, and 88 tomorrow. We are at 89 currently at Live 105.3.
Okay. Let's see. What's I going to do here?
You're going to play the Metallica.
Yeah, I want to hear this.
Group named Iron Horse, and it's a Metallica tribute album, basically, called Fade to Bluegrass.
This is like that AC/DC band.
AC Dixon.
AC Dixie.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, they did the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to hear first? The Randy Savage or the Metallica?
Your call.
I'll do the Randy Savage first. I got a feeling it's not going to last. This is the same guy that did the Slim Jim commercials, right?
Yeah.
In today's news, Macho Man Randy Savage inks recording contract with Big 3 Records as a rap artist.
He's trying to rap.
Yeah, man, I heard it. Macho doing some kind of rap.
Rap too.
I heard Macho doing rap.
Whack.
He look good to be an old man.
I heard he's going to be working on a rap CD. It's going to be hot. That's what you say about him.
All right, that's enough.
Spitting lyrics, took a break from the ring, cause I want you all to hear this. Coming in a medium nobody expected. I've been in the game for years and I'm still...
Who was that guy in Sesame Street that lived in the trash can?
Oh, is it Oscar?
That's who this sounds like.
It does.
Randy Savage, the true deep warrior. Critics are ignoring you, the ladies it's euphoria. People on the street say, Randy, you the illest. You're one of the realest, so it's not hard to fail us. People want to know if Michael's still in the ring. People want to know if Randy's doing his thing. Everybody's talking, want to know this and that. So I'm going to tell you right now, Randy Savage is back. People want to know if Michael's still in the ring. People want to know if Randy's doing his thing.
Doesn't it sound like that guy from the trash can?
Certainly did.
I'd like it a lot better if nobody said anything.
Yes.
Are y'all ready for this? Cause if y'all bump your fist like this, are you ready? Keep it going on and on. We're gonna rock it, baby, all night long. Are you ready? Put your hands in the air. Come on.
Let me see if I can figure out what the title track is, or where it is. Okay. It's called Be a Man. That's the name of the album. Be a Man is cut down.
Hope y'all ready. Hollywood officer, whatever they call you, I'm coming after you, you coward. I think it ain't Hulk, you set it off. Set it off. Used to be hard Hulk, now you done.
Why is he mad at the Hulk Hogan?
I don't know.
I
follow wrestling.
I thought he and Hulk were are they both good guys? You don't know? Gary would know.
Yeah. Please, your pay-per-view event was a joke. You're avoiding Randy Savage because you know you can smoke. Come on, that phony fight the rock space too fast. But when they challenge Hogan to a real fight, he passed. I called him out, but the punk was scared to go. It was a charity event, but the Hulk didn't show. Hollywood Hulk stuff, you're at the end of your rope. And I'm gonna kick you in the butt and wash your mouth out with soap. Cause, like Rodney Dangerfield, you get no respect. So come on, Hulk, this whack so I can put you in check. Be a man, Hulk. Come on, don't be scared. You're running from Macho, that's what I heard. Be a man, Hogan. Come on, don't be a chump. I never thought Hulk would go wild like a punk. Be a man, Hulk. Come on, don't be scared.
I didn't even know Hulk Hogan was still wrestling.
I don't think he is.
I don't.
They call you Hollywood. Don't make me laugh, cause your movies and your acting skills are both crap. Your movie straight to video, the box office can't say
it's on. And when it's slamming through the door, you wish you was never born.
All right. You want this for your kid, the wrestling fan?
No, they're not. Let's give it to Gary.
All right, we'll save it. Hey, what are you looking for?
The thing he just produced for you. That dabba. And that's
Well, if you can't find it, stop digging around for it. You're making me nervous. Tell him to either put it on mini disc or leave us alone. What's the name of this band?
This is Iron Horse. It's called Fade to Bluegrass, the Bluegrass tribute to Metallica.
What is this one? This is. You don't know Metallica, do you?
No.
This is The Unforgiven.
Oh.
Do they sing, or is it just this?
It's probably just this. Bluegrass.
New blood joins the surf, and quickly.
Sorry. Yeah, they're going to sing too.
Guess nothing else matters. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear Enter Sandman. No, I don't.
I'll play it. Play a little bit of it.
Hey, whatever happened to Billy Lee Davis? He just kind of vanished.
Yeah. He was doing some record store signings, and that's the last we heard of him.
We still have a CD?
Yes.
What about Billy the Kid over in Wild with his DF Dub stuff? He started out with Country Girl, and then I didn't hear anything else about it. Is he still touring?
I don't know.
Is his career over?
I don't know.
Spent all his money on dope?
No. No, he didn't.
I bet he did.
No, he didn't.
Took all that money that the record company gave him, spent all his money on dope. Now he's living at home plugging his mama.
He's not doing that. No.
Stop that dancing.
Oh, sorry.
That jiggling back and
I
forth.
was liking it.
You want this? You can have it when we're done.
Okay.
Quit it with the dancing. You look like a parade floating high winds. Quit it.
I'm not going to. Get off me. O'Malley says that Billy the Kid had another single called Mexico Rain.
But he's been here all the time. He's not out touring.
Not touring, I don't know.
Sounds a little bit better. I didn't have it in stereo.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. Is that chick on line one pissed off? All right, tell her to hang on. I'm bluegrassing.
Say your prayers, little one. Don't forget my son to include everyone. Tuck you in, warm within, keep you free from sin till the Sandman he comes.
Makes you want to raise a barn, doesn't it?
Yeah. See, I don't know the original song, so they're not ruining.
You've never heard Enter Sandman?
I have that.
Eddie, see if that's in the music file. Any Metallica. Those are the names of the songs. You're looking for the artist. That's all we have in here. It's For Whom the Bell Tolls. Now, let me see if I got the bluegrass version. No. Oh, Fuel. Do you know Fuel?
No.
Starts out really hard. Give me fuel, give me fire.
Yeah.
That one?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Here comes a bluegrass. Let me see what this chick wants. Yes, Heather?
Russell,
Yes, Heather.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
You've been talking about how women have a gestation period.
Yes, you do. Sounds like you just hatched. Congratulations. Happy birthday.
Anyway, and how they net out after 18 months.
Mm-hmm.
But I was wondering, don't men show their real selves after a while?
After a while, but we don't hide it for as long as you women do.
Yes, you do.
No, we don't. For some reason, women are perfect at hiding this thing that lurks within.
Yeah.
And sooner or later, it comes out. Be it alcohol, drugs, or just it's that time.
Well,
for you to blossom from your cocoon.
I was with a guy, and he was really nice for a while. But then...
Why are you whispering?
Oh, because I'm at work.
What do you do?
What?
What do you do?
At a pharmacy.
Oh, okay. Feeling drugs right now?
No.
Can you get me some roids? I want to do roids.
You don't need roids.
I want to get one of those great big necks like John Nyland.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No.
Great big huge neck.
You don't need that.
Where it goes out beyond your ears. I love that.
I've seen
Herschel Walker.
Right. You don't need it.
He didn't even work out. He just swallowed food and started there for the winter. Yes, he did.
No, it was all muscle.
You're not answering my question.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Don't men show them real selves after a while?
Yeah, you get it, but you get it with us pretty quick. For some reason, you guys will hide something really heinous for at least a year and a half. That seems to be, at least with me, that seems to be your gestation period.
Somewhere between 12 and 18 months, yeah. And it normally comes out ugly.
Yeah. It's disgusting. Yes.
I don't think that's right. I don't think that's fair.
You in the pharmacy right now?
Yeah.
You ain't paying attention to the drugs she's putting in them things, is you? 10, 20, who cares? Blue, black, take all the colors.
I'm not in that department.
Oh, okay.
But you see,
and see, that's with me. That's why you don't get anything dressed up in the beginning. Because I know sooner or later you're going to see the real me, and you're going to base your decision if you stay with me on that. So I'll let you see it up front. That way I don't have to deal with you later. Well, you love me. Say, all right, let's say I do this. Let's say, and this is exactly...
Uh-oh.
This is exactly why you women do this gestation period. You let us fall in love with you, and then that monster comes out, and we done felt, I'll be damned!
That's it. You got it. It's a protective thing. Because they know if they show it in the beginning, we're gone.
We're never going to fall in love with you. You wait until we get an emotional bond, and that way we'll tolerate that monster down the road.
Yeah.
And y'all don't do that either?
No. Mm-mm. And I especially don't do it now because I don't have the time to waste. I'm 43. I only got 7 years left.
Do not.
So I do. I got hepatitis C.
No, you don't. Hepatitis C.
Yes, I do.
You don't. You just had your blood checked. You don't have it.
That's what I got, hepatitis C.
That's probably why you're by yourself.
No.
What?
Because nobody will tolerate you.
No, I choose to be alone.
No, didn't you say that you wanted to settle down?
Possibly, when I meet the right chick. But I'm not just going to take some chick like Benjamin Dover who'll take anybody.
No, he won't.
That's what he's doing. He found somebody who is in the right place at the right time, and both of them want to get married and have kids. You don't even know that they're in love with each other. They just have the same goals right now, and that's what they're in love with. They're in love with the fact that they have a common interest and a common goal. It ain't got nothing to do with being in love with that person.
Real love.
They're in love with the situation and not with each other. That's why that relationship's going to go belly up. Somebody better start paying me cash for this counseling.
Well, they might fall in love. I don't think they're in true love. I mean, true love happens, down the road, but they're in that lust. They're in the puppy dog stage. You're right. And they're both in the same place in their lives. And that's when a lot of people get married.
Anyway, that's the reason you women hide this crap for so long. You let us fall in love, and then once you know that we fall in love with you and we're going to put up with some crap, that's when you let this thing out.
Start getting out of moving cars and crap.
Yeah.
Well, I think it works both ways.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Men are much more honest. Men are up front. Mm-hmm. That's why we don't wear makeup.
That has nothing to do with it.
Absolutely it does. First thing you do when you get up in the morning is you start covering stuff up. Don't you? You wear makeup?
Every now and then.
You wear makeup all the time.
No, I have a natural beauty, thank you.
You sound very attractive.
Thank you. But don't try to switch the subject.
Are you a woman of color?
I am.
How old are you?
23.
Married?
No.
Chillins?
No.
And you work at a pharmacy?
I do.
No.
I see role-playing in our future.
No. No.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's all I need to know then.
All right, then. Well, if you decide you want to be some role-playing, I'll get my cane and we'll go get us a Cadillac. Stop it.
You have a good day, Russ.
All right, bye.
Bye.
What's wrong with you?
Fill that trunk up.
I know. Stop.
Why did it take me 43 years to finally figure out exactly why women go through that period?
I never thought of it that way.
They hide that ugly, hideous monster inside, and then it comes out, and it's too late. You already fell in love with it.
You'll put up with it. Yeah, if you do that on the first date or even in the first month, you kick her to the curb. But after a year and a half, that makes perfect sense. We're locked in.
Bitches. How we doing, Eddie? What was I doing?
You're playing out.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Wrong.
Let's get to the music part.
I wish I had the original version so you could compare the two. I got you. What about Wherever I May Roam? Do you know that one?
Unless I hear it.
I gotta get you into Metallica.
Why?
I think you'd like it. You'd like Enter Sandman.
You drug me into AC/DC. I like that.
AC/DC is a little more mainstream than Metallica.
Yeah.
But I think you'd like some of the Metallica stuff.
And the road becomes my bride. I have stripped
And it's much better than this.
Okay.
Do you want this?
I'm sure.
and she keeps me satisfied. Gives me all I need. And with dust in the throat I crave. Only knowledge will I save. To the game you stayed a slave.
But Metallica's another concert you don't want to go to.
Okay.
I like Pantera.
Take your word for it this time. You were right last time.
You can have this. Thank you. I see you bobbling over there.
I like it.
Yeah. Take it all. Let me take this and we'll break. Yes, Lisa. Hello.
Russ?
Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted you to know that I think that you're right about women in the gestation period. I think you're right.
And it upsets me. Mm-hmm. In fact, the last chick that I dated that I really thought was going to work into long term,
yes.
And everybody was really shocked when we broke up. It's the only chick that I've dated in probably 15 years to where I told somebody, hey, Rachel and I broke up. They were shocked.
Yeah.
And I kept expecting something to come out of her. And I kept asking her. After about 7-8 months, I went, all right, where is it? When's it coming out? I need to see it.
Just show it to me.
Yeah.
It'll be all right.
Yeah, if you just let me see it, or let me know that it's coming, I can deal with it. But don't just spring it on me at the last minute.
Yeah.
And she never really popped. But she wanted to have that kid.
Yeah.
Well, I have another question for you.
Yes.
I also think that we as women, and I learned this the hard way, we have expectations. And I think that we live in a little bit of the world of we want everything to be romantic and, you know, Hallmark cards and roses. And I think if we as women went into relationships a little bit more realistically, I think the outcome would always be a bit better for us than what it's turned out to be so far.
Well, first of all, there's no reason not to expect romance. And very seldom will you hear me say this, because that's not my persona non gratis with cheese.
I see.
There's no reason not to expect romance. I don't mind doing that stuff, but don't expect it all the time. In the past, I would do it a lot in the beginning, and then you stop down the road, and they're going, hey, what happened to all this crap? Well, I ran out of stuff to do. I can't send you flowers every day. I can't send you a card every day. We can't go out every single night. Yeah. So what you got to do in the beginning is kind of temper it and spread it out. Instead of cramming it in all at once, because then you burn out quick, and you can't top your own act. You got no finisher.
Absolutely.
But then we get into the guys where, you know, they have one thing in mind, and so they want to give all that to you right up front, and then you have these expectation levels. And so it's hard for women not to want that, you know, that same type of relationship you had when you very first met again in the future.
Yeah, it's like in the beginning of a relationship, it's like eating a lot of candy. You get a great big sugar rush, and then it falls off really quick, and you're going, hey, what happened to that? Then you want that sugar rush again, so you got to get another relationship. And you get the sugar rush again. And then that peters off, and that's why you go through several different relationships.
That's where Dober is now. He's in the sugar rush.
Well, that's why you end up seeing our gestation period, because we're driven to that.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you for calling.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. Bye. Line 9 or 10 before I break? 10? Go ahead, Sam.
Hi. I think you just are totally off base. I think some women do this, but not all.
I didn't say all. I didn't say all.
Improved.
All I can go by is with my own sampling. And everyone that I've sampled seemed to have that same affliction.
Well, I don't know. I think with my husband, I met him at a time when I had a terrible breakup, and I was really cranky and bitter. And I think now I'm just a much better person than I was then. And I think he's on the flip side. He's the one who changed a whole lot.
Good or bad?
I do everything.
Did he change good or bad?
I think he changed a little bit for the worse in that he expects, you know, super status. I do everything. I work. I take care of the kids.
What?
I take care of the house.
Super status?
I don't know what that is. What does he expect?
Well, I'm 30 years old.
Yes.
I've had 2 children.
Yeah.
I still weigh the same as when we got together.
Well, weighing the same doesn't really mean you look the same, but go right ahead.
No, I look the same.
I'm sure
I
you
wear
mean
the
well.
same clothes. I fit in it all, and it looks good on me.
Okay.
But
we wear clothes for a reason, but go right ahead.
He just expects a lot of things, you know. He expects dinner every night, the whole 9 yards, and I make my best effort to do that. And I have to say one thing with my husband, that I made a huge mistake in that he hadn't dated a lot before I got together with him. So he hadn't been trained at all. And so I am the one who's breaking him in. And I maybe not be doing a very good job because he's pretty spoiled and he doesn't know it.
How old is he?
He's 31.
Okay. How old are the kids?
2 and 3.
How long you been married?
We've been married. We got married in 2000, 3 years.
And you already have 2 kids?
Yeah.
You couldn't wait, could you?
No.
Your biological clock was ticking.
No, actually.
Somebody's was.
He's the one who wanted children. I did not want children.
So you've been married 3 years and already you got 2 kids?
Yeah. Well, I was 6 months pregnant when we got married.
Well, of course you were.
He's the one who wanted
Yes, of course it was his fault.
It was his idea.
Right.
He even went to all the fertility specialists, the whole 9 yards. So.
All right.
I don't know. I mean, I think when you find the one, you may get lucky and she may improve.
Normally they don't.
You're going to have to get past that 6-month mark to see if it's
possibly. I just don't know if I have the time. I think I've given up. I've decided to be alone. I've had a lot less stress in my life over the past 5-6 years because I haven't been long term. A lot less stress. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not worried about somebody cheating on me. I'm not worried about driving around their house, see if they're doing something they're not supposed to be. I don't have any of those worries. I don't have to worry about checking in.
Well, then I think you've got it made. I think you should just go with that.
But it's a lonely existence.
No, it's not.
Yes,
It's quite full of, thank you, Sam.
Silent evenings.
I like silent evenings. I enjoy being alone. I enjoy my silence. I enjoy being with myself.
You enjoy being with
That's
someone,
also
too.
the sign of mental health. The fact that you enjoy being alone. Not that I stick in a relationship that's possibly doomed forever just because I don't want to be alone.
Who was that shot at?
I'm just saying out loud.
Oh.
Cinderella?
What? What does that mean?
She fits.
No. Anyway.
What makes you think that was a shot at you? Do we need to break?
Because you're looking at me and
I'm talking to you.
Our relationship is not doomed. Anyway, you also miss having somebody in your house. You've said that.
Did you have a bad weekend this past weekend?
Yes.
Is she not talking to you?
Everybody has bad weekends.
Is she not talking to you?
She's not.
Is she moody?
Yes.
I bet she's pregnant.
Shut up. Pregnant. I'm vasectomy.
Okay.
Thank you.
What does that mean?
I've had a vasectomy.
All right.
How could she be pregnant?
Huh?
I don't get it. I'm missing it.
Of course. Think about it.
Okay.
We'll be back.
This is Russ Martin.
The 2003 Russ Martin Show Police, Fire, and Military Parade posters and DVDs are on sale now at russmartin.com.
I don't want to go out with Gavin. Why?
He just wants to talk about some stuff.
What's
Not
he
about
want?
your show. Not about the show. Just about other events coming up around Christmas, white trash party. Things
We
like
already missed a white trash party. Could have had the white trash party at Gillies this past week. Loverboy was already there, already paid for it. Everything was set up. We could have packed that place.
I know. KZPS
did a piss poor job promoting Loverboy.
Mm-hmm. They did. You're right. But our sales department dropped the ball on that before Gavin came on board. So he wanted to know if you wanted them to have a white trash Christmas party.
They don't have time. It's the end of October.
Right.
That only gives them about 6 to 7 weeks to get everything done. You've seen our sales staff.
Yes, I have, in action.
Did you go out on a sales call?
Yes.
What'd they do? Which one you go with?
I don't say their names on the air.
All right, let me turn the mics off. Who was it? Yeah, they're both clams. Go ahead.
It's just funny to watch. One was late. I don't even want to say which one. 15 minutes late. Brought a presentation in a
salesperson was late to a sales call?
Yeah.
You guys actually went out? Did you go out to a business?
Yes.
All right, so you go to their business. Why were you on a sales call?
It was a potential endorsement deal. I wanted to meet the guys.
All right, so you go out at sales call.
Mm-hmm.
Are you on time?
I was on time.
Okay. One of the salespeople on time?
One of them was.
One of them's late.
15 minutes.
All right.
It was somebody else's fault because they didn't put the package together. They come with these little sheets of information about the radio station.
Right. All the ratings. It's like one sheet or what do you call it? Slick something? It's something that's laminated.
Right.
Whatever. Slick sheet, whatever you call it.
An old folder like you could get at Home Depot, like a green folder. Didn't have our logo on it, nothing.
All right, so it was their fault even though they had that meeting set up for how long?
A week.
Okay. Had to run to the Kinko's at the last minute.
I guess.
And most of this stuff's already put together ahead of time anyway.
Yeah.
You just walk up there, you get sales material, you put it in a nice folder, you go out and you go, hey, look, here you go.
Yes.
And really, were they selling this show?
Yes, specifically.
Okay. Well, how hard is that? You walk in and you go, excuse me, Mr. Seller?
Mm-hmm.
What's your, who are you shooting for? What's your clientele?
This is specifically a male store, males only.
All right.
Buy at this store.
What year, what age range are you guys shooting for?
Approximately 25 to 54-year-olds.
Okay. We're number one in that.
Yes.
How many spots would you like? That's how long the meeting should be.
I know.
Oh, you like to target men 1834? Mm-hmm. We're number one in that. How many spots would you like?
I know.
Really, the sales meeting, you hand them the packet, they look at it, and you go, how many spots would you like? And that should be the end of it. It should be like a 4.5 minute meeting. And most of that should just be from getting coffee and donuts and stuff. How long did it last?
I was there about 25 minutes and finally said, I gotta go. I gotta go to work.
Well, what were they doing?
I don't know. Just talking about, his business and what he...
Well, how did they screw it up? Give it to me quick.
It's just not effective. Just not saying the right words. Not saying, hey, like you just did. Just get to the point.
What?
All over. Yes.
What did they say?
My husband buys these kind of clothes. I like these over here. There's just stuff about nothing to do with the sales.
We're number one in anything that you might want. How many spots would you like? And give us a check and make sure it clears.
It's fun to watch. But yeah, so your point is...
Anyway, my point is they're not going to have the white trash thing done by Christmas.
Okay.
They're just not. I've walked through the sales area recently and looked at them.
Right.
And it looks like a class for special ed.
They're getting better now. We went through a bad time, but now they're getting better.
Some of them were asleep on their desk in a pile of spittle. And I don't mean Gavin.
I don't think they were.
Somebody was.
No. So you don't want to meet with Gavin about this? That and other events. He just wants to be coordinated, so he's doing what you want him to do.
Oh, he does. He wants some instruction?
Yeah, kind of. Just chat.
I might be open to that. Is he buying?
Yes.
Good, because I'm strapped for cash.
You're not strapped. Why are you strapped for cash?
It's been a lean month.
It's not been a lean month.
Yes, it has.
What's wrong with you?
I think I got to get a business manager because I'm spending cash on, it's just going out.
I know.
Spent $1,200 on tile for the bathroom. Vance orders all the stuff for the Batmobiles. That's probably at least another $6,000, $7,000 coming right there. I gotta get the fence fixed that I just pushed the lawnmower through.
Those things happen to everybody, but
I just bought a new washer dryer combo. I probably should have spent $300.
Yeah.
I spent like $1,200 on both of them. Wow. And I only used 2 buttons on them. The one that says normal wash and start. Even though it's got 25 buttons on the face of it.
I know.
Same thing with a dryer.
I've seen those.
Normal dry, start.
That's what I did.
Spending too much money. I'm strapped for cash.
You're not strapped for cash.
I may have to start selling stuff.
You're not going to sell anything. You
may have to have a garage sale.
No.
I may have to sell some of my cars.
You think, yeah, exactly. Some of your cars.
We tote the note.
You are selling. Sell your Trans Am to my kid, except he'd kill himself.
I'm telling you, I think we can govern back to power on that. Go ahead, Julie.
Hey, I wanted to let you know that you got me so busted in trouble at school. This is like the second time this week you've got me in trouble. And I was all innocent, listening to your show, and you were pretty darn innocent at that point. And so I'm like, okay, the teacher across the hall calls me over to talk to another parent, and I walk out of my room.
Slow down. All right, so I'm guessing you're a teacher.
Oh, yeah, how'd you figure that out? You're so smart.
You never said, you just said I got you in trouble in school. That doesn't tell me what you do.
Okay, I'm a teacher. Hello.
Well, I don't know that. You could be going to college.
Well, now you do. Okay, so I'm a teacher. It's after school. The kids are gone.
All right.
An exhausting day. Want to hear some adult conversation because I teach a lower grade.
Right.
Little bitty kids.
Okay.
So your show is on, pretty innocent. Don't think anything about it. Another teacher calls me out, wants me to talk to this parent about this discipline problem or whatever. And so I'm all like, no, we're like so calm and he just gets really crazy and da-da-da-da. And all of a sudden I hear this trash rock coming out of my room. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm thinking, well, I didn't know it was my room. And I'm thinking, who in the hallway is listening to this stuff? And I step out and it's me. And I'm like breaking my neck trying to get over to the radio. And so the parent is standing at my door.
What were we playing?
The principal's come down the hallway at the same time.
Lady.
And so here I am going, no, we're all quiet and calm. And I've got,
Ma'am.
I'm like, oh, man, I am so
What was I playing?
Oh, it was some kind of trash about I'm going to kill somebody, and you were trying to figure out what the title was, and I just heard it off that point. I said, oh, my God, if I have my job in the morning, it'll be a good thing.
I don't know what I was playing then.
I don't know what you were playing.
Was it today?
Yes, it was today. Unless you're doing a best of show.
Yeah, today's best of.
Probably Randy Savage.
Randy Savage?
Yeah, wrestler guy.
All right.
That's what it was.
It was awful.
Well, I'm sorry that happened.
I know. I'm like, I can't listen to this at school anymore.
All right.
Then last week, my mom gets in her car. I borrowed her car one day to take it down to get it oil changed for her because I'm like such a nice person. So she gets in and she turns on the radio and she starts hearing this stuff. And so immediately I got this phone call. Julie, what are you listening to in my car? And I'm like, oh, what time was it? Like, I know exactly what it was.
Where's your mom right now? Possibly I could call and apologize.
She is at home taking care of the twins.
Really? Your twins?
Yeah.
Well, hold on a second. I'll put you on hold. Give Dan the phone number, and I'll call and apologize to her.
You better not get me in trouble.
I will not. I'll straighten it out. Hold on a second.
Okay.
All right. Line 8, Dan. Certainly don't want to offend.
Mm-hmm. What are you going to do?
I'm just going to say I'm sorry.
Okay.
Followed by other words.
But I hear the shark music start.
There's no shark music. There's nothing going on here.
Okay.
All right. Oh, we got to do news here.
Okay.
It's been an hour?
Yes.
Okay.
Ready to go? If you like.
Okay. You got the phone number yet? You could go ahead and dial it. What's your mom's first name?
Patsy.
Patsy. All right, one moment. I'd like to find out how I offended the Patsy. Is your mom married?
Nope.
Good.
Not anymore.
All right.
Dad died.
Really? How long ago?
Like 7 years, something like that. 8 years.
She over it?
Is she over it? Hell no.
All right, then I won't.
Would you be?
I won't
you
bring.
were married for 40 years? Something like that?
How old is your mom?
Do what?
How old is your mom?
I think she's like almost 65. She's got a birthday coming up like next week.
Really? Well, then I'll wish her a happy birthday when we get through. She answer the phone? No?
I need the number again. The one either I wrote down or she.
All right, she's on hold. Get it. All right, 4:53. J.D. Rhymes on Live 105.3.
Thank you, Russ. Brought to us by Shiner Bock and Subway.
Brought to you by Shiner Light, the only light beer good enough to be approved by citizens of Shiner, Texas. Subway, good, so you don't always have to be. Subway, eat fresh.
A $246 million lawsuit was filed against the designer, marketer, and retailer of a video game series called Grand
You're going to have
Theft.
to say that again. I have no idea what the amount is.
$246 million.
Got it.
Dollar lawsuit against the designer, marketer, and retailer of a video game series called Grand Theft Auto by the families of two people shot by teenagers apparently inspired by the game. The suit claims that marketer Sony Corporation and Walmart are liable for $46 million in compensatory damages and $200 million in punitive damages. Erin Hamill, a registered nurse, was killed, and Kimberly Bede was seriously wounded when their cars were hit June 25th by a .22 caliber bullet as they passed through the Great Smoky Mountains. Stepbrothers William Buckner and Joshua Buckner, who were 16 and 14 respectively, were sentenced in August to an indefinite term in state custody after pleading guilty in juvenile court of reckless homicide, endangerment, and assault. The boys told investigators they got the rifles from a locked room in their home and decided to randomly shoot at tractor-trailer rigs just like they'd seen in the video game Grand Auto Theft 2. 3.
About Grand Theft Auto.
That's it. Grand Theft Auto 3.
Let me see the story. When you see the words, do they look right in your head?
Yeah.
Why is it you don't say them right?
I don't know. Brain scan. We'll do the brain scan.
The suit filed Monday in, well, it's not Cook County. Looks like Cock County.
Okay.
It does. It's got an E on the end of it. Cocky? Okay. We'll just call it Cock County.
Okay.
Cock County Circuit Court. On behalf of the victims, Miami lawyer Jack Thompson and local lawyer Richard Talley agreed the game inspires and trains players to shoot at vehicles and persons. These kids simply decided to take... You cannot tell me an attorney took this case. Mm-hmm. Who are they suing?
Sony and Walmart and the guys that designed the game.
Where'd they get the guns?
The house. Locked room, according to the story.
From their parents?
Yes.
So if it hadn't...
Yes.
Why is it I keep having to say this? It's not the video game's fault.
No.
It's the fact that you don't watch your kids. You allow your kids to play these games where they get the Xbox or whatever this was. We'll just say it's an Xbox.
Yeah.
Where they get the Xbox.
Parents.
You buy it for them? Mm. All right, so in essence, you've been training them to kill all along if you're going under the premise that these things teach you how to kill.
Right.
So you bought the material. You gave them the materials to teach them how to kill. How come you didn't know what was on the video game?
Yeah.
Just one time, I'd love to get in court and get the parents up on the stand and go, where were you? Why is it this video game? Why is it a $14 video game can undo 14 years of parenting? Explain. If you can explain that to me and I get it, then you can have the $250 million. Otherwise, I'm going to drag your ass off the stand and beat your ass in front of your kids. Did you get a hold of the old lady? That's her put on hold.
They'll never make it to court. They'll settle out because it's too expensive to fight this.
Hold. Hold is the big fat square button. Thank you. Patsy, can I talk to you on the air? Well, I wanted to find out how I offended you last week when you turned on the radio in your car. Oh, can I talk to you on the air? That's what I wanted to ask. Don't I sound nice and unassuming? I'm a very lovely man, and I'm ordained by the Universal Life Church in Modesto, California. Yes. Yes. Can I talk to you on the air? I don't know. Can I talk to you on the air? Oh. Are you having a lovely afternoon? Yes. Yes. They sound like lovely children. Talk to me on the air. Talk to me on the air. Talk to me on the air. I just told you, you saggy bitch!
Don't. What are you doing?
Sorry, it slipped out.
No, it didn't.
She hung up.
Somebody's mom.
She asked me to say the same thing 3 times. Did you hear my side of the conversation?
Yes.
What do you want to talk to me about? I just told you.
I know. She's almost 70 or something.
So?
Well, you don't call somebody that. You don't want anybody to call your mom that.
Well, get her back on the phone. I'll apologize.
No, don't get her back on the phone.
What was I?
Video games teaching your kids to kill. They don't actually never make court.
I bet it does. And I pray to God Sony doesn't settle out of court, or Walmart, or anybody else. Video game doesn't teach you to do anything. It's a release. It's entertainment. What have I got at home? I don't have Grand Theft Auto. I got some kind of racing game where you race through New York City.
I've seen that.
I don't do that and get out on the street and drive like an idiot. And if I do, the correlation is there's none there.
No.
Seems like the very end of this story would have stopped when it says the boys told investigators they got rifles from a locked room in their home.
Yes.
So not only did the parents give them the Xbox and all the equipment to learn these things, they also gave them the weapons. And they also raised a couple of idiots. Now, who gets sued here? Sony or the parents?
Who's got the money? Sony and Walmart.
I wish one time somebody, and I know it won't happen because it ain't the PC thing to do, and it's bad publicity, but you turn around, and if you're Sony, you sue these parents and said, look, your kids took a perfectly innocent product and besmirched the name of Sony by turning it, and people think we're putting out killing propaganda, and we're not. You owe us $250 million because you raised a couple of idiots. It's Sony's fault because you got a couple of morons living in your house. Sony have them? Some guy from Sony come over to the house and plug your wife?
No.
That's the only reason you would sue him. Some guy from Sony stops by, gives your wife the goodies right between the legs, and leaves. Then she raises the 2 idiots.
No, that didn't happen. They just see cash. They got some
Sony come into your house and give you the Xbox and all the stuff and screw a gun in your ear and go, hey, play this until you got it down.
Mm-mm. You have to go out and buy it and set it up and let the kids play it.
Is this all the story? It looks like it continues on.
Yeah.
What is it with you and not getting the whole story?
Well, that was the exact point. Is where I stopped it was really into the story. The rest of it's filler.
There might be something in the rest of this.
Okay.
Sony didn't return calls, neither did Walmart. Douglas Lowenstein, president of the Industry Entertainment, this thing's been going on for years. It's like people accusing Ozzy of making their kids go do whatever. By the way, he chomped again another $1.
I'll have to break it 20.
There's plenty of change in there. I trust you to make change. President of the Industry Entertainment Software Association called the shootings an unspeakable tragedy, but said blaming a game played by millions for the boys' actions was misguided and counterproductive. There's no credible evidence that violent games lead to violent behavior. While video games may provide a simple excuse for the teenagers involved in this incident, responsibility for, well, then you got to get rid of movies. Movies that tell you how to set up bank robberies or how to get away from the cops. Then you could say, hey, I learned this. What was that movie with Woody Harrelson? Somebody blamed in a murder. Natural Born Killers? Yeah. Didn't they use that? Somebody blamed?
Yeah, it was a couple in Louisiana killed a bunch of people. It was a guy and his girlfriend, and they supposedly emulated the movie and went out and shot some lady in her house and then tried to rob a store and killed some people, and that was their defense. They watched the movie.
That's Woody Harrelson's fault.
Mm-hmm.
Just a simple guy losing his hair smoking weed. He's just trying to make a living, trying to make ends meet. You're going to blame him for that. Just like Sony, just a small company trying to make it by him. Billions of dollars a year.
Billions.
Thompson has made similar claims in the past and lost. Wait a minute. Have they done this before? Let me read this last paragraph. Thompson has made similar claims in the past and lost, notably a $33 million lawsuit against video game makers stemming from the 1997 school shooting near Paducah, Kentucky by a 14-year-old boy. The 6th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals ruled in that case last year that it was simply too far a leap, the typo there, too far a leap from shooting characters on a video screen to shooting people in the classroom. Well, this reads like somebody's tried this before. Oh, it's a Miami lawyer. He's done this before. Yeah. So obviously he's big on stuff like this. That's who the Thompson guy is.
Okay.
Just one time, I wish somebody would go back and sue the parents. You raised 2 idiots, you left them alone in society, and now 2 people are dead. The 2 people that are dead, their families should go back and sue the parents for doing all this.
That's true. Because you can't get anything from the kids. They'll be let out by the time they're 18.
It just needs to be done just to set the precedent. You are responsible for what you raised. You had sex. You had those things. You raised them. You left them alone. It's your fault. Why is that so hard to comprehend?
Just because there's money involved and you get a lawyer and he's seeing millions and millions of dollars.
I don't understand how a parent could look at somebody else and go, you are responsible for what my kids did. You and your 30-minute program undid 14 years of parenting.
Yeah.
You are a genius. We need a break. Is that what you're waving? All right, hold on. Go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah. I just was thinking, I had that same game. I'm going to tell you, to purchase that game, you have to be purchased by an adult. They will not let you sell that to a child. I mean, I'm 30 years old, and they damn near ID'd me, and that's what they're going to do. And that's right. The parents, if they did buy that game for their children, should be held responsible.
They're raising terrorists. Mm-hmm. That's nothing short of encouraging terrorism.
Clearly.
That's just sad. I mean, they have no one to blame but themselves.
What's in this game? What's in the GTA 3?
Well, the Grand Theft Auto 3, it's just a lot of hijacking the cars, beating pedestrians up, beating up hookers.
Really? How much is a game?
It can run about $49.99.
Let me go get that tonight. They have it on Xbox?
I believe so. They also have a new one out, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, which takes place in the 80s. Same premise, but still, I mean, it's even more violent. If you can believe that. And
does it have guns you shoot the screen with, or you do it with the joggles?
No, you have guns that you can pick up and unlock. They have some like bazookas. They have a tank, Panzer tank, and 16-pound gun. I mean, it's just crazy stuff. It really is.
Let me go get that. I haven't played the Xbox in a while. All right.
I just want to let you know about that, man.
Thanks, Ryan.
Okay.
All right. Eddie says we got a break. Wrap it.
There's news and information on Live 105.3.
This is Russ Martin.
I'm still astounded.
I know.
Just during the whole break, that's all we talked about. Suing somebody $250 million or $246 million because they played a video game.
As long as there's no punishment for lawyers like that, that stuff will always be filed.
Well, according to that story that you had, that Thompson guy in Florida that's filing the lawsuit, or the lawyer for this wouldn't be the first time.
No.
You almost want to let it just go to court so the judge can shoot the parents in front of the country. You raised these 2 little mongoloids. You left them alone. You had guns in the house. How'd they learn how to load the guns? How'd they know how to get at the guns? Obviously, they weren't secured because they got at them. So you're responsible for this as well. You raised them. You fed them. You had them. Yeah. Genetically, they're yours. They're your morons. You're going to suffer for this.
No judge would ever do that, but you're right. It would be nice to hear.
Give me a court.
Oh, man. You're going to be in Judge Martin's court. Kill me now. Just kill me now.
What color would you like your rope?
Exactly.
We're going to do traffic. Hi, Gail.
Hi, Russ.
What do you got?
Tylock, Expedia.com, car toys.
All right. Your out cue is in town.
It's not LASIK, it's Intra-LASIK. Come and discover the Tylock Advantage this Tuesday evening in our free Intra-LASIK seminar at the Tylock Eye Care and Laser Center. Call 972-258-6400 to attend. Expedia.com, making it easy to find the trip you're looking for. Expedia.com. Don't just travel. Travel right.
Car Toys has everything you need to accessorize your car in style. New headlights, undercar neon, shift knobs, the best selection in town.
And in Dallas on southbound 75 Central at 635, they finally opened up all the lanes, but traffic is still backed up all the way through Richardson. Now on southbound 35 South R.L. Thornton at Camp Wisdom, evidently there's a grass fire causing some slowdowns. Westbound 635 LBJ before Marsh, there's a wreck in the carpool lane. There was also one westbound right around Midway, but they got that one cleared up, I believe. Southbound Loop 12 Walton Walker at Shady Grove. There's a wreck off to the right shoulder, and traffic's backed up to Irving Boulevard. And on eastbound I-30, just before Longview, you've got the two left lanes blocked by a crash. Traffic is backed up through a couple of zip codes. It's through the canyon, past the Mixmaster, over the bridge to the big post office by Puka. Sylvan. I'm Gail Lightfoot on Live 105.3, the Talk That Rocks Texas.
Gail?
I think I pushed her too far that time.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
59 for the low tonight, sunny, and 88 tomorrow. We have 92 currently at Live 105.3.
All right. Are those parents doing interviews? I'd like to talk to them.
I doubt it very seriously.
What'd you do with this story? What about the attorney? I'd love to talk to him.
Yeah. See if we can find him.
You see it.
Okay.
And lawsuit filed Monday in Cock County Circuit Court on behalf of the victims. Miami lawyer Jack Thompson and local lawyer Richard Talley alleged the games inspires and trains players to shoot at vehicles and persons. All right, using that same philosophy, you can go back and sue, who was it, Microsoft or whoever has the computer flying games?
Yes.
Where you could fly planes theoretically into the side of the World Trade Center.
You can.
You can go back and sue them for training terrorists because that stuff was available.
Same exact mentality.
Theoretically, you could go back and sue anybody for anything if you could tie your action into that thing.
Yeah.
So what does it mean? We can't have anything?
That unfortunately, this probably will be settled out of court, and this guy will keep doing it because he's going to make money. Obviously, they're going to settle out. It's so much cheaper.
Well, it says Thompson has made similar claims in the past and lost. Notably, a $33 million lawsuit against video game makers stemming from the 97 school shooting near Paducah by a 14-year-old boy. It's always kids who should already be watched. My parents always knew where I...
Don't go there. Your parents didn't know you were throwing horse apples at cars.
I didn't kill nobody.
That's not the point. You could have. Could have shocked somebody and they turned into a tree. You could have.
You don't turn into a tree by getting hit with a horse apple.
You get scared. It's like kids dropping stuff off bridges. You just don't.
You don't turn into a tree.
Some old lady might get frightened and not know what hit her.
Turn into a corpse.
God.
Sorry. That's what it sounded like you said.
Yeah.
Threw a horse apple at them and they turned into a tree. Go ahead, Bill.
Well, Russ, man, you kind of touched on it. I was going to say, first off, somebody had to teach these kids how to load the gun and also how to fire it.
Yeah. And the other thing is they had to have access. They had to know where the keys were. You can't just break into a gun cabinet.
And man, what do you think of the lawsuit going on in New York over the ferry? You heard about the guy who's suing the city because he got scared from it and now figures he's not a hero. You heard about that one, right?
No, I know the ferry that crashed and killed all those people and cut some legs off. Is this a guy who was on the ferry and now he's afraid to get on one?
Well, it's that, but he said that when it happened, he thought there was a terrorist attack, so he hid. And when he realized later that there wasn't a terrorist attack, he had always thought that he could be a brave person and help others, and now he feels that he has no self-respect and no courage, and he's troubled at night because he might have been able to help save some people's lives, so he's suing the city for making them distraught.
So now
it's like $25 million.
Now he knows he's a pussy.
Basically.
Well, actually, he should pay the city for bringing that out. Now you know in a situation like that, you're not a hero.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
Jackass. Thanks, Bill. Niagara Falls is just up the street.
Yeah.
If you feel you have no value to society, save this and see if Dan can get a hold of the lawyer. Either Jack Thompson or Richard Talley.
Okay.
All right, I don't get this. Happened in Knoxville. It's a Miami lawyer doing this.
Just he's a guy that likes to file these kind of claims. And I'm sure went to the parents and went, hey, how about we go get that cash?
Yeah. Look, you kids is playing that game. It wasn't your kid's fault. It wasn't your fault. You had no control over where your kids go at a certain age. And now they have this hideous material that trained them how to do all these different things. And I'm sure those guns in your house that they had access to, that's meant for self-defense, and they certainly shouldn't have had access to that.
That's exactly what he'll say, or what he said to them.
So not only are they going after Sony, they're going after Walmart. Sony Computer Entertainment America designers Take-Two Interactive Software and Rockstar Games and Walmart are liable for $46 million in compensatory damages and $200 million in punitive damages. You just want to sue the parents and take away everything they've got.
Seriously.
Your kids killed a few people because you raised idiots. You don't deserve to have anything. We're going to lock your kids up, and we're taking all your crap, too. Maybe parents will stop leaving their kids sitting in front of a TV set or a video game. Go, here, set this. I'll be back in a few years. We'll see how you turn out.
They're not going to do it. Parents are going to make some cash on this, and those kids will be out when they're 18.
But I know it'll never happen. Let's just play this out. Mm-hmm. But do you think if it ever came down to the point where parents were held responsible for something like this, you think they'd stop planting their kids in front of a TV set? Or, hey, you know what? I'm going to have a kid, and then 6 months later, I'm going back to work, and I'm going to let strangers raise my kid. And I'm going to expect society to, God, that's the biggest thing that pisses me off about people raising kids. They don't want to be there for the kid to grow up, but they want us to raise them. They want to make sure everything on the radio is fine. Everything on TV is sanitized. All the video games are safe to play. Nothing is going to be anything that might sway them in one direction or the other. It all has to be absolute milquetoast because you decided you were going to have a kid. I don't want to have no kid. I want video games with shooting and beating up whores. I didn't even know that existed. It pisses me off that this had to happen before I found out.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a lot of really nasty, violent video games out there. The ones that, when you go to like GameWorks, now there's little stickers on it. This is not to be played by anyone under 18.
Right, and it's just like TV shows. When you see that, you got to have a parent there to watch it with you.
Right.
That's exactly what you're going to watch.
But the parents drop the kids off and go off and shop. Nobody's monitoring.
Well, the ones with the stickers, don't you have to have a parent to buy it?
I'm talking about the ones that like GameWorks where you just play the quarters.
Oh. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Everything has to be sanitized because you decided you wanted to have kids.
You can't raise them.
That's something else that twists me. Have a kid, 3 or 4 months later, you're back to work.
They need the money, need 2 incomes.
Then don't have the kid. This ain't directed at you, Eddie, because I know that your sperm's wild. But you don't hear Eddie bitching about his job or money.
No.
Not to me, anyway.
No.
Plus, his wife's always there watching the kids.
Right.
She doesn't leave the baby with somebody. She goes out on the job, she takes the baby.
Right. He's always there.
But the excuse of, we can't afford 2 kids, you shouldn't have had the second one. Have the one, stay home and raise it.
It's hard. I was just as guilty of that with my kids. I mean, I raised the first one. Chris never went through daycare, but Jeffrey did.
Well, in that instance, obviously, it was better to have a stranger raise your kid.
All right.
Which one turned out better?
Jeffrey.
Okay. Which one did you raise?
Chris.
Okay.
They're just different kids. I didn't raise him bad.
Genetically, they're the same.
Kids grow up in the same household are very different.
Especially when one person raises them and some stranger raises them.
No. You think I'm a bad father? I'm a great father.
I'm not. You are.
How dare you?
You don't.
How dare you?
Don't.
How dare you? You don't even know me as a father.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
I've seen you deal with your kids.
And?
You're too loving.
I'm not too loving.
Yes, you are.
No, I balance it.
No, you don't.
Yes, I feel like I do.
You ever hit him?
Christopher once.
Where'd you hit him?
In the chest.
Obviously, violence runs in your family. Because that's exactly where you hit me in 1989.
You're just saying. If I hadn't hit him, you'd call me a pussy. Jeffrey, I never had to. Jeffrey could just look at him, and that was it. That was worse than spanking.
Here's the story. Save that for Dan. See if we can get the attorney on. I just want to know if he really thinks he can get any cash and why society is responsible for those kids.
I bet he won't come on with you. especially if he knows that's your angle. So
well, then you don't tell him that.
Okay.
We'd like to come on and find out if there's anything that we can do to help with the court case. Then we squash him flat. Because, he's probably going to turn up on Nightline. Who cares if he keeps losing these cases? It gets him notoriety.
Right. And eventually he'll win something.
Dan, did you guys bring me the audio from your show?
Yes.
Where is it?
Eddie has it.
Oh, is it in here?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. This is from your show this past Sunday morning. All right. Because you kept bagging on me, saying I obviously said something horrible about Valerie on the air.
Well, you must have. I didn't hear it, but she was in tears. She said you hurt her feelings terribly.
I don't believe I said anything. So I asked Dan and Tassos for a copy of their show.
It's not like she's never been around you. So obviously something, and you had been drinking. So you probably don't remember everything you said.
Here's what I remember.
Okay.
And then we've got the tape right here.
All right.
And we'll see how close I get. How about that?
Okay.
All right. Okay. I ran into their studio to hide.
Okay.
Because I know Valerie was lurking out in the hall.
Yes.
I sat in there, and I told them why I was in there. And she was wigging out. And she tries to get in the door. I hold the door closed. And she's very strong. So then Tassos helps me. He's leaning up against the door. I sat in there for a while. I say I don't want to sit in the studio too long because it's sucking the talent out of me. Because it's the...
I understand.
It's a little table.
I understand.
It's a kid's table studio.
Yes.
And then finally I just said, open the door, I'm getting out of here.
You say anything else to her?
No.
Okay.
If I'm missing anything, it's going to be on this.
All right. She apparently feels you. 45 minutes of not crying, but being loud in my ear.
I wasn't in there 45 minutes.
I mean, when she called me on the phone. 45 minutes of her telephone.
And why is she calling you? Why is it my girlfriends always call... Well, first of all, she ain't my girlfriend. Why is it chicks that I'm associated with always call you?
Because they think I know you and I'm closer to you. I'm probably going to be nice and sensitive and listen to them.
And you did.
I did.
Why is it when she called and she goes, he was an ass to me, you should have said, I don't have anything to do with this. I can't help you.
Because she's a friend. And
okay.
I wanted to listen to her. If she wanted to vent, she didn't have anybody else to call at 2, 3 in the morning.
Okay. There's a reason for that. Nobody likes her.
No, they do too. They do like her. Her mistake was coming back in the studio. We were already in the parking lot. We were already getting ready to go. She was already in her truck, which she sat in for 20 minutes and cried.
I didn't have anything to do with that.
She thinks you did. Whatever you said hurt her feelings. Those are the words she used. He hurt my feelings. He went too far this time.
All right.
And this is somebody that's known you for years. So obviously.
And it was only what I said on the air. Not what happened to the limo, not what happened at Gillies, not what happened at dinner.
No.
Just on the air.
Apparently.
What's in my hand right here.
She was fine when I left. And I said, where are you going? I'm going to go back in. I don't think that's a good idea.
She was going to come back in?
She came back in. And after I left, that's when this happened.
Oh. You want to throw down some cash on this? Because I don't think I said anything. And I haven't heard this.
I really didn't hear it either. It's not like her to go over the top.
How much?
$50.
Eddie, you own some?
Oh, you heard it.
Oh, okay.
No.
All right. So it's just you and me.
Okay.
Because Dan and Tassos were there.
That it's something other than you were just hiding from her. And she was waiting. Those are the two things she said about her. That's not enough to send her in a crying rage.
I think it is.
Okay.
You know why?
Why?
She's a nut.
She's a very sweet girl.
She's a full-blown cashew.
No, she's not.
Yeah, she is.
She thought something different. Saturday night was going to be something different.
Saturday night, I just said, do you want to go to the Loverboy concert? I already got a date, but I'll cancel it, and you can go.
She was very much looking forward to it, thinking that it would be something more than just you hanging out with
We
her.
hung out. She sat on my lap.
I know.
Light petting, if you will.
And that would indicate to her that you like her.
Okay, I do like her, but she nutted out in the limo, and that was enough. Okay. And the thing with Tip and George, all of us only had $80. I said, I'll take care of the rest of it later.
Yeah.
And she keeps going. I went, I'll take care of the rest of it later. And she keeps going. I went, I will take care of the rest of it later. With her, for some reason, one time don't cut it.
I know. Started early in the evening when you two argued about the air conditioner of all things.
One of us would kill each other if we dated.
I told her that.
At one point or another, somebody would come flying out of the second-story window of my house. That's why I said, if she wanted to date me, you better learn to fly.
I told her that.
I'm hiding from Valerie.
Is she here?
Yeah.
Why'd you bring her in the building?
Somebody fed her.
Is she just getting warmed up?
I I'm hiding from Valerie.
Date went that well, huh?
I've been saying for over a year we need a lock on this damn door. And the one time Valerie's ready to just shoot off into space.
Oh, yeah. And Kevin, my trainer, we're all coming back from the Loverboy thing. Right. Goes, I'll catch Valerie if she has a fit. I went, dude, you got a better chance of catching a boat propeller.
And to Kevin's credit,
right,
he might be a personal trainer, works out for a living, but he doesn't lift that in the gym every day.
No. Catching Valerie's like picking up mercury. Is she out there? Asher, is she?
Block the door.
Does she know that I'm in here? Does that door lock?
No.
Block it.
Do you still have the pump action?
Put that in the car.
Oh, great. Way to think ahead.
Here we go.
So what are you guys doing for your last show?
Damn. Well, now they should be crying.
Yeah. Now I forgot about that.
Yeah. Okay.
So far, do you hear anything ugly?
Nope. I mean, other than just you're hiding from her, which you admitted to.
Right.
Okay.
So far, it's just a bit.
Okay. She was in the bathroom at this time, I believe.
Okay. Yeah. Here in the building, so she could hear the show.
Correct.
All right. So far, I haven't heard anything that's really upsetting. You hear anything, Eddie? Just hiding from Valerie.
Mm-hmm.
And their last show. Taking Gavin to the fair tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd you pull that? I thought you didn't like him.
He wants to go.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Is he kissing your,
my ass?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. She's still out there? I can't sit in here much longer.
Smells, doesn't it?
I just feel talent getting sucked out of me. She gone? She's over there?
She's down the hall?
She's down the hall? All right.
Oh, she's in the satellite studio next door. Oh, no.
That's where she's trying to come in, right?
Block the door.
All right.
I don't want her in here flipping out. She's outside the door.
Is it a bad sign when she clenches her fists?
What'd you do to her tonight?
Why don't you, Tassos, come lean against the door?
I think I will.
Thank you. So far, is this damn close to the way I told you?
Yes. So far, it really is.
Thank you.
And
there's only 60 seconds left on this tape, so unless I say something amazingly disgusting in the next minute, I think I'm clear on this.
Okay. You'd think you gave out family secrets or something. It was terrible. He was very upset.
Hurry up!
I'm coming! Get away.
All right, stay there. She ain't going away. I'll go stand over here.
Hang on.
She's still out there.
She's got the little devil horns poking out of her head, I think.
Oh, I see her. Well, how do I get out of here?
We don't have the secret hatch in our studio yet. I'm sorry.
By the way, we need one of those for in here.
A secret hatch?
Yeah.
Where do you want to go? Which way you want to go out?
I haven't decided. Technically, if anything happens bad enough, the office that adjoins this studio, we can go running right through the wall because we've already broken most of the sheetrock out anyway.
That is true.
I should just take that office.
You really should.
But I already painted the other one. Okay. It's got the cool shag carpet in it.
Okay. You're right. Take them both.
Yeah. Who's in there now?
Chick from promotions for Wild.
Was it Rainey?
Rainey.
The one that wouldn't kiss me?
Yes.
Yeah, she loses the office. Tell her tomorrow, Eddie. Okay. Tell Gavin I need an extra office. We need a show conference room.
Okay.
And that's what that'll be.
Okay.
I gotta have that. All right, quit.
In our studio.
Hey, just open the door and tell her I left.
Tell her what?
Tell her I left.
Yeah, hunt down.
Dude? He's gone. He went bye-bye.
You are so pussy!
Close the door. What'd you do, piss her off?
I don't know. I was honestly afraid for my safety.
Were you really? Well, I know. She was in full wig mode.
Mm-hmm. I think at the end I go running out of the studio screaming like a woman.
I see. Ran to your car?
I ran up the hall back here towards our studio, and then I hid, and then I went out the back, and I saw that she was sitting out there in her truck. I forget how it all played out. All I know is by the end of the night, I'm hiding in the bushes in front of the radio station waiting for her to leave, because I knew if I went anywhere in this building, she'd find me. It literally was something out of Halloween.
She wasn't going to hurt you.
Yeah, I think she would.
Well,
I think, yeah.
I don't think so.
When you were talking to her on the phone, did she sound angry?
Yes.
She would have hurt me.
All right, I'll tell you what. Since
if you take a break.
What does it matter if it's our last show anyway? At least I'll be able to, put you a little bit of agony.
I got it. All right.
All right.
Hang on. All right, wait. All right, ready?
Okay.
Open the door. And that's when I took off down the hall.
Okay. And
That's all that happened on the air.
All
Does
right.
she sound distraught there?
No.
She actually sounds like she's kind of go along with the bit.
Yes.
All right, Dan. What was she upset about?
Just the fact that I think that you ran away from her, wouldn't talk to her, wouldn't
That's not what you said she said. You said it was what I said on the air. Obviously, I didn't say anything. There's your proof.
Okay.
Now what? You don't think she's a nut?
Well.
You chomped again. That's another $1.
Got to stack them over here now.
You're going to have it back when you stop chomping.
Okay.
So, now what?
You're right. There's nothing on the air. You didn't say anything off the air to her. Okay.
Everything you guys heard was either A in the limo or B in Dan and Tassos in their studio when their show was on the air.
I guess it was just the fact you ran away from her, wouldn't speak to her then. I guess that was it. Because it got her upset for 2 days.
And does she still think that we're going to date?
She did up till Sunday. I think I finally talked her into letting that go, but I'm not positive.
Okay. Because I haven't heard from her.
When I said that's just, you don't need to do that, there was that pause like, now, you're going to do it anyway, aren't you? Well, no, but.
Okay. When you get the well, no, but, just that but in there means you're not ready to turn loose of it. I'm a horrible person. There's really nothing here for you. There's not. If she's listening right now, there is nothing here. I don't know how to treat women. I'm an ass. I'm self-centered.
Well, you two are.
I'm narcissistic, and I think I'm borderline. Was it when you screw dead people?
Necrophilia?
Some of that. God. So there's absolutely nothing here for you. I have all the makings of a non-relationship.
Yes, and those are my exact words. I didn't use about dead people,
right.
But everything else. Russ, you guys are great people separately. Together, it ain't gonna work. Stop it.
Good. Break. All right, then we'll be back.
This is Russ Martin.
You other brothers can't deny that when a girl walks in with an itty-bitty waist and a round thing in your face, you say to yourself.
The 2003 Russ Martin Show police, fire, and military parade posters and DVDs are on sale now at russmartin.com.
Yeah, baby. When it comes to females, baby got fat.
It's been about an hour since we did news, huh?
Yeah.
All right, so you're on my side on this one. Wasn't me.
We're on the air, it wasn't. Off the air, I don't know. I wasn't here for that.
All right, he told you what happened.
Okay. Then, I don't know what caused it.
You saw what happened in the limo.
Yes. You're right, I don't know. It doesn't seem like she should be so twisted off. To be crying hysterically for 20 minutes in her car.
And she really did.
So, were her words to me.
Oh, so you didn't hear it. She told you.
I was gone by then. By the time all this happened, you played on the air, and by the time...
Well, first of all, she wasn't here 20 minutes.
I mean, she went out in the parking lot, just sat there.
She wasn't here in this parking lot 20 minutes. Okay. I saw her leave.
Okay. Yeah.
From the point that I ran out of Dan and Tasso's studio, about 5 minutes later, maybe not even that long, I go to leave. I see her sitting out there. About 2 minutes later, she pulls out. She ain't here 20 minutes.
Okay. Yeah. Just tell you what was said.
Whatever. Every time I've had nutty chicks, they always call you.
They think I know something. They think
of course, some of them you drive to their house and you console them.
Don't do this. I passed the polygraph.
Those things aren't admissible in court.
I understand.
Just how very strange. I don't find out you're stopping by my girlfriend's house until 12, 13 years later. And you didn't want to tell me because you knew it would look suspicious. You know why? Because it is.
Nothing was going on. I didn't do that. I wouldn't do that to you.
I know how you are when you get sexed up.
I wouldn't do that to you. It was your girlfriend, and she was worried about you. She was concerned about your relationship, about you stealing the dog, and about you breaking into her house.
I didn't break into her house, and she knew.
That she knew.
I never told her that.
Okay.
trying to think how I got in our house. I think the bathroom. Lord. It's an older house, so it was those roll-out type windows. I think that was how it was. And I mean, I went through every inch of that house looking for crap. Every closet, every room, every box.
I know. You didn't find anything.
It's not the point. It means she hid it.
She did not.
Yes, it does.
She wasn't doing anything other than the cocaine.
I didn't know that. Surprised I didn't find that when I was going through her crap.
Well, she was...
But I didn't know to look for it.
If she was doing something, she wouldn't have told me. Because she told me, she's assuming I'm going to drive directly and tell you. That's why she's talking to me, because you're being irrational.
Wasn't being irrational.
You kind of were.
I was not.
Going through somebody's house, stealing their dogs so they'd call you?
That's not why I stole the dog.
Why'd you steal the dog?
Love that dog.
You wanted her to call. You told me that.
I did not.
You did. You said, I took
aren't
the
you
dog.
a two-faced guy? I bet I don't tell you nothing anymore.
Why?
You deadbeat fucker.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
None of those things.
Yes, you are, especially the middle part.
No.
Go ahead, Julie. You're on the air.
Yeah, that court case that's going on, the lawsuit that's going on in Tennessee, I completely agree with you on that. The parents should be held accountable for their child's actions. But what I don't agree with you with is that
well, this isn't a show where you get to call up and disagree with the host.
Well, I understand that, and I apologize. But what I want to know is, do you believe that every parent that has to work and put their children in daycare are bad parents, and that all those children are going to grow up being psychos? And
I don't know how they're going to grow up, but I do believe that it's very irresponsible as a parent to have a kid and then go back to work 3 months later.
Well, and I wish I could have stayed home with both my kids. I really do.
And why didn't you?
Money.
Why did you have 2 kids if you couldn't afford them?
That's a good point, and you make a good point with that. And I agree with you on that too.
Well, sounds like so far I'm right.
Well, yes, you are.
So
why are you? A lot of kids that have grown up going to daycares that don't come out.
I didn't say they were all going to come out nuts. I said, regardless of how they turn out, it's irresponsible as a parent to only think of yourself. Well, I got my career, but I want to have kids. Well, you need to decide which is more important: a child, a small human. Excuse me, lady. A small human being who deserves guidance from the parent and not for some stranger 7-8 hours a day.
Yes.
Am I going to choose that, or am I going to choose a career? Well, I can't afford to quit my job. Then don't have too many kids.
Well, and that's true. And unfortunately, mine isn't actually a career. My husband is actually going to try to make it to where I can start staying home with the kids, and that's what he's working on because that's what he prefers. But you clarified everything for me, so that's fine, and I appreciate your time. And you have a wonderful evening.
I certainly will.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling in.
Thank you.
Getting his phone taken out.
Why?
Too many idiots are getting through.
He agreed with you.
And I don't care how you paint it.
Talk station with the phone taken out. What's the matter with you? I'm sorry. How you paint what?
Some days I just don't want it in here.
I understand.
I don't care how you paint it. If you're going to have a kid, raise it. I don't even know if I were a parent, if I could turn my kid over to strangers. I don't care how many different times I'd look at a daycare. Because you never know which one of those people is a nut. And we haven't always had the ability to have a webcam in a daycare and watch the people taking care of your kids.
That's true.
Now, I might leave them in there when they get maybe 5, where they're old enough to talk, and they could tell you, hey, when do they start talking? Okay. I still think that's too young.
Yeah, they start talking.
But to be able to come home and say, hey, this happened to me at school. I got hit. Or, the lady watching the place whacked me around.
Yeah.
Somebody touched my thing. Just anything like that. I would worry about that as a parent. Because children are our greatest natural resource.
What is wrong with you? Children.
They are.
You hate them.
They are our future.
Oh, God.
Our entire foundation for the future lies upon our youth.
I see. Why do you always want people to eat them and put them at the bottom of the pool?
Because I can't stand them.
That's fair enough.
Let me see what he's got screened here. Some guy's animals dying? Yes, Jimmy?
Hey, Russ.
Yes, sir.
I wanted to ask you, and I understand if you say no, if you could give the last rites to one of my hedgehogs that's died of cancer.
You mean like Sonic the Hedgehog?
Well, not Blue and not a video game, but Sonic the Hedgehog, no. like a real hedgehog.
How old is he?
She's 3 years old.
When's she supposed to die?
We're going to put her down Friday. 'Cause we don't want her to suffer anymore. She looks like a skeleton now.
Hold on a second. This is a host job.
I smell a stinky.
Hedgehog.
Say.
Yes.
Is this a stinky?
No.
The host job?
No. I have 13 other hedgehogs. I rescue them.
Oh. From what? Burning buildings?
If need be. No. Much like Operation Kindness, I take in those that aren't needed, and a lot of them mistreated and abused. But not necessarily.
Don't make that the promo for today. That was stupid.
I'm just writing stuff down.
Quit it. Kind of cancer does she have?
They said it's called gonadal or gonadal. It's in her ovaries.
I don't believe female hedgehogs would have anything gonadish.
Well, that's what the vet told me. I was just going off what he's telling me.
Well, it doesn't sound like he can identify as hedgehogs. Hey, your hedgehog's got prostate cancer. It's a female. Who's a doctor?
Exactly.
But
if you want to, you're going to put her down when? Friday?
Yes, sir.
All right. You can bring her up Friday, but when are you going to do it Friday?
Probably in the afternoon, late.
All right. Well, why don't you bring her up tomorrow then?
Okay, sir.
And we'll do
Thank
last
you,
rites. Okay.
Thank you.
If you want, we'll squash her while she's here.
No, we won't.
Well, that way you don't have to take him to the vet and pay him for that.
You're not going to stomp on this guy's pet.
Slam him in the door.
No.
It's a good door.
I know it is. You don't do that to somebody's animal. Put him out peacefully.
Like you did to your animal when you left,
don't bring
when you left Boo at the animal shelter?
Don't do this. Yes.
Sitting there fending for herself. Did I still have that poem that,
Please don't. God, what a whipping.
Yeah, see, I still have the poem that your dog wrote to you. What is this? In prison, we would play hide and go seek. I'd count to 10. Somebody would hide my ass. That's not it. These are some of my notes.
Don't bring this out.
Easter Sunday, 1987, I was in the Tennessee Department of Corrections. That's not it.
Can we leave the Boo story alone?
Yeah, it doesn't look like I have it. Thought I kept it. I have it someplace. I bet I know who does have it.
Oh, no.
Don, email me the tribute to Boo, if you would. Thank you. Don, who runs RussMartin.info.
Right.
I'll have it momentarily. Oh, we got to do news here, don't we? Mm-hmm. Did you do a legal ID earlier, Eddie? Okay. Wife stayed at home with kids. Didn't work. I don't care. What's a Tammy chick want?
She's screaming.
Okay. Hi, Tammy.
Russ?
Yes?
Just because you're Mr. Seven Figures doesn't mean that you're not white trash. I've seen your website. You're a skinny, ugly.
Wait a minute. Just because I'm what?
You're white trash.
Mr. Seven Figures.
What does that mean?
Making a lot of money.
Just because you make money doesn't mean...
You don't know how much money I make.
You talk about how much money you have.
I never said I made 7 figures. Just because it was in the paper.
Yes.
You're a 43-year-old man.
Yes.
Toilet paper people's houses.
Yes. What about it? You're just mad because I'm happy.
Happy? You're insane.
So?
What would make...
And so what if I'm white trash? I like being white trash.
Why would you want to be white trash?
I enjoy it. I embrace my past. A lot of people get money and they forget from whence they came.
You still burn trash in your backyard?
Yeah, I burn trash in my backyard. I cut coupons. I roll people's house. Mm-hmm. I scratch my ass and smell my fingers. I'm never changing.
Neon.
And you're right. I don't have any class. Shut up about the neon. Nobody needs to know about it. Shut up.
Like your dad used to do his motorcycle.
Did he put neon on the motorcycle?
He had lights all over it.
So?
Well, same thing.
Am I talking to you?
I'm sorry.
You're right. I have no class, and I am white trash.
Why don't you try to improve yourself? Maybe you will get a...
I don't want to improve myself. I'm happy the way I am.
How could you be happy that way?
I'm ecstatic. Why don't you try being happy with yourself and stop trying to change people around you?
I'm very happy with myself.
Obviously you're not. You sound like a very, very disturbed woman. And you're probably very fat. Are you very fat?
No, I'm not.
How many stomachs do you have?
Quit it.
Just 3.
Stop it.
Well, I'm not changing. And you're right. You're right on all accounts. I have no class, and I'm white trash. Now,
You must be very proud.
I'm happy with myself. That's where true happiness lies. Within.
With being white trash?
Yes. Too bad you can't have happiness based on the number of your stomachs.
Why?
Why?
Why are you doing that?
I didn't tell her to call in. That's another reason I didn't have these phones yanked out of here. What were we talking about before she called?
We're going to go into news. I can't remember now.
Okay, that's fine. I got to stop asking you the question, too. All right, here we go. 6:06 at KLLI, Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. J.D. Ryan is on Live 105.
It's brought to us by Miller Lite.
This hour of the Russ Martin Show is brought to you in part by Miller Lite.
A motorist apparently jumped to his death after parking his Mercedes SUV on the eastbound access road from Highway 161 to 183 this morning about 10 o'clock. If you were tied up in that traffic, that's what it was. The man whose identity has not been released parked his car on the overpass and jumped 85 feet, landing on the grassy median near the westbound access road of Highway 183. No other vehicles involved. Let's see here. Advice for young men with type A personalities. It's fine to be competitive, but go easy on the hostility and impatience. That came from a study published yesterday that found today's impatient and hostile young men run a substantial risk of developing high blood pressure about 15 years down the road. 15% of all participants had developed high blood pressure by the time they were 33 to age 45. The stronger the impatience or hostility, the higher the risk of hypertension. Type A personality is marked by tenseness, impatience, aggressiveness, often resulting in stress-related symptoms such as insomnia and indigestion.
Might I ask you something?
Yes.
Was that a shot?
Why?
Just asking.
No, just information. It's personality types. In fact, I pulled them all. I didn't know there were 4, did you? I always thought there was A, B, and C.
Yeah.
There's a D.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What is A?
A is characterized as highly competitive, keenly ambitious, always in a hurry, easily annoyed. Other characteristics of a type A personality include a sense of being under constant time pressure, a suspicious nature, chronic impatience, and excessive. Type A's tend to become easily
and
upset.
Excessive what?
It just says and excessive. You're excessive.
Oh,
with your
okay.
life. Type A tend to be easily upset, often for little reason. Although Type A are frequently successful in their professions, they are never satisfied. They often try to do more than one thing at a time. They talk on the phone while working on a computer or driving a car. They read while eating. And many people who have heart attacks fit this behavioral description. B? You want to hear B?
I don't see any similarities.
Between you? You're kidding me, right?
No.
Okay. Ambitious, highly competitive.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with that.
Always in a hurry, easily annoyed.
Okay.
Stop me when I hit one that's not you.
All right.
Under constant time pressure.
Okay.
A suspicious nature.
You left that one out earlier, but that one's right.
Chronic impatience.
Okay.
Excessive. You're not really. Yeah, well, too about Batmobiles and a Mach 5. Yeah, you're not excessive. Become easily upset, often for little reason.
That's not me.
That is you. Always
not.
Frequently successful in their professions, never satisfied.
Okay.
They often try to do more things than one at a time.
Yeah.
They talk on the phone while working on a computer or driving a car, or they read while eating.
All right.
That's all. You didn't get to any that weren't you.
What are the other ones? Maybe the other ones fit better.
It's okay.
Because these could be like horoscopes to where anybody would fit anybody.
Type B loves party, travel, and be part of the group.
That ain't me.
Often the center of attention. They love excitement and are often impatient and demanding as a result of being a high-energy type. They love the limelight and hype and often do very well in sales, advertising, marketing, public speaking, where they can have a good time while working. That'd probably become closer to being me.
Well, it depends on what C and D are.
Party, travel, and be part of groups. C, if you want to picture yourself a typical C, think of your accountant, an engineer, or computer programmer. The C thrives on details, accuracy, and takes just about everything seriously. They're usually very neat, dress fashionably, and are very calculated and precise in just about everything they do.
Well, that ain't you.
They are deep, thoughtful, and usually very sensitive. And finally, I didn't know this one existed. Type D doesn't like change, preferring instead to have a set of guidelines for which to follow, and they won't mind doing the same thing over and over. They're usually more motivated by security and benefits and are likely to get the gold watch if the company can provide the security they seek. Very supportive. That's the kind of person you turn to at a time of crisis.
A type D personality?
Yeah, very supportive. Compassion level is usually quite high and often seem very happy and content with themselves and life in general.
Sounds like that would be more apt to be a chick.
Yeah.
Or queer.
Damn. I just heard your father come out of your mouth. I swear to God. You just became your dad.
Why?
Or a queer. Drug dealer queer. God.
You know what? Maybe he was right. There's no reason for somebody to drive up and down a street in the middle of the night. Obviously, they're out there selling drugs. Or they're looking for some weenie.
That's not true. They're just cruising their girlfriend's house, wondering when she's going to come home so she can stand on the hood and look over the fence.
All right.
Okay.
Whatever.
So you're definitely type A.
Hold on a second. I don't understand this call. Hi, Jamie.
Hey, I got a quick question.
Yes, ma'am.
First thing, that last lady, she is an idiot. She has no sense of humor. Now, my question is this.
Hang on a second. Hold on. What did the last lady say?
You are white trash.
Okay.
You make all kinds of
but she had a point. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jamie.
How is it that you get away with all this junk, and not get arrested? Like shooting fireworks off in the city limits, toilet papering celebrities' houses. I think it's hilarious.
I never really thought about getting arrested. Yeah. That's never even come up.
It is illegal.
But we always cover up. Yeah, the fire department was going to come help us the one day we did the rocket code.
Yes, they were. The head guy of the fire department walked by our office and saw fireworks. And
well, let's not get him in trouble.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Of course, he's the fire chief.
Yeah, I was going to. Yeah.
I just think it's hilarious, and I think you should keep it up. Don't listen to that lady. It sounds like she's more white trash. She doesn't have a sense of humor.
She's just a mad chick that's upset because somebody my age isn't miserable. Tied down with a bunch of responsibilities, and I'm not miserable. I mean, there are things in my life that I'm not really thrilled with, but I'm not going to change everything else to fill those voids. Right.
Well, it sounds like she's so unhappy with her life that she's got to trash on people like you.
That's what people do when they're unhappy. They go around and they try and straighten out everybody else because it gives them some sense of purpose. I can't fix me, so I'll try and fix them. Same thing with the religious zagnuts. They're running around. They're kind of waving on their own faith, so they figure if they sell you on it and you buy it, it makes them feel better.
Well, that's the reason why I listen to you. I listen to you every single day I get off work, all the way from work to home. And I love listening to you because it's just so funny hearing all this, crap that you guys do.
Thank you. Well, we're happy to have you.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
All right, bye.
I'm surprised we never got popped on anything. I want to roll somebody else's house tonight.
Who's going to pop us? Cops love us. I won't say, but cops love us.
Yeah.
They did that.
Well, they've helped us with things.
Yes.
Who else can we roll? We can do Craddock, but I don't know if we have any cop buddies in the mid-cities.
All right.
Who else big name do we know?
And know where they live. Gosh. From leave, that wouldn't be any fun.
Yeah, it would. Watching him clean it up. Let's roll Brumley's house. Plus, the great thing is he can come outside and we'll keep doing it.
I know. What's he going to do? Right? Chase us off?
We can roll him.
Yeah. Sad. No.
Somebody else. I don't want to do Laura Miller. I'm not talking to her. I've had it with her.
Yeah.
We're just roll it. You chomped again. It's another $1. We're rolling people that we like.
Yeah.
Like when you got the hots for a chick, you go roll her house to say, I like you.
Sure.
God, if I could find out where Alexa Economos lives.
Yeah.
But she probably lives in an apartment. I could roll Channel 8.
Yeah.
You want to go roll Channel 8?
We can do that.
They got trees out front.
They got lots of cameras, though.
Don't make any difference.
They got security right there at the door.
Well, we don't go inside. Okay. They're right there on Young Street. Mm-hmm. We could pull up in the street in the back of your truck, shoot 10, 12 rolls from the launcher.
Okay.
We'll go roll Channel 8. I like that.
Okay. And then you're going to email her and tell her it was for her.
Yeah.
Dedicated to you, baby.
Yeah.
Because I love you. God, okay. Be fun.
Okay.
Good.
You on that?
We'll
need some help from Our cop buddies on this one. All right, go ahead.
Speaking of cop buddies, 2 Dallas police officers recovering after being shot in an apparent overnight drug raid. The officers were shot during a drug investigation at the London Manor Apartments on Webb Chapel in North Dallas. One officer was shot in the arm and the head. The other one was shot in the arm and the chest.
I think they got hit with a shotgun.
Shotgun, yeah. Police took 2 people into custody. As of now, they haven't arrested them, as of this story. A county official says the officers are in serious condition but expected to recover.
What time did that happen? Did it say?
It didn't say. This story was 7 o'clock this morning, so it happened last night.
Okay. Because I got emails overnight from Dallas cops telling me about it.
Gosh.
Just another reason. You know what? We're overpaying them. They don't need their raises. Laura Miller was right. Hold the raises back for a while. You get shot with a shotgun? 30 grand's enough for that. After 30 grand, what the hell else do you do with the rest of the money? God. How dare you sit in that office downtown and tell cops and firemen they don't get their raises? And then you're going to waste their time with the 6-foot rule and topless bars. And you're going to start running I will not open a bar in Dallas, Texas. I won't do it. Just because of everything else that she's done, I'll find some other city that's
who would?
That's with welcome enterprise. Everything that she's done over the past 6 months has been absolutely retarded. Banning firefighters from street corners with the Fill the Boot campaign. The homeless people are still out there, and nothing's being done about it. And I certainly wouldn't want cops to waste their time writing tickets or hauling them down to Lou Sterrett. Nope. That in itself is probably one of the most stupid moves she's made. And then bagging on businesses, giving them a hard time. It's like, all right, you can't have smoking at all.
Right. And the 6-foot rule to put topless places out of business. I'm telling you, convention center business is going to go away.
Now she's jumping. What's her heart on for Northwest Highway and Bachman Lake?
There's just some other restaurants and clubs there that she says is not operating with the special permit they're supposed to have. So,
but obviously she's got a boner for that area, and I can't figure out what it is. Does she own property out there?
I don't think so. I just gotten a guess.
Is her home anywhere near that area? Because she's focused on that ever since she was just on the city council and wasn't mayor.
Right.
I always wanted to clean up that strip. And I guess in her mind, anybody that goes to topless bars is a drag. Anybody that drinks is a drag. Normal people don't go out for entertainment. Or possibly that's not her mode of entertainment that she would enjoy.
Undoubtedly.
She's trying to make everything fit whatever she likes. That's not representing the best interest of the citizens of Dallas, Texas. No. And I think we deserve better. And if I wasn't so damned lazy, I'd get her out of office.
No, nobody's gonna. She's gonna be in there for 4 years, and God knows what the economy would be like then.
Maybe we have to do the recall. I don't know how many votes or how many signatures. What did you find out?
I'll check it.
I don't want to know now. I'm past it. Go ahead.
All right, finally, during sex, actually finishing has the same effect on your brain as a hit of heroin, they say in new research. That's the finding of some Dutch scientists. They had couples basically have sex on a PET scanner. It's kind of like a CAT scan machine. Then check out.
That works out well. Instead of banging her for half an hour trying to find the G spot, just give her a shot of heroin.
Do it. Be the same thing. During the close quarters and advanced technology, the volunteers who practiced at home because they were not allowed to move their heads during this, and the med had only to finish within 7 minutes. And again, the results, finishing had the same effect on your brain as the heroin did. As the horse.
Good.
There's news and information. J.D. Ryan, Live 105.3.
This is Russ Martin.
We finished news?
Yeah.
Gail's already gone, isn't she? All right, that's fine. Yes, James.
Hey, Russ.
Yes, sir.
JD ain't run naked down the freeway yet, has he?
No, he hasn't. John, would you like to explain that?
If I go out running out there on the freeway and somebody
go now.
No, I'm not going.
Nobody's out there now. Come on, you do it right now. Guys, go
I'm
out.
Not going.
It'll be over in 8 seconds. If you go right now, nobody's got time to pull up in front of the building. Go right now.
What if a kid drives by in a car with their mother?
They've been to the zoo. Run out there. Just run out there and come back.
No.
You could cover up your business with your hands.
No. Still be naked and still the security guard.
If you just go right now, the guy over at WB, he can't see past that tree.
Seriously, I don't want some child to drive by on the freeway and see that.
They're not gonna. What are they gonna see?
See a naked man running along the freeway.
You can run like this, where your front hand's covering up your front business, and have your back hand covering up your hole.
Still naked.
That's almost like wearing a great big thong. Gone.
Still naked.
If you go right now,
I'm not.
It's over with.
No, I'll do it. I said I'd do it. I'm doing it at night, and I videotape it so you can have proof.
You could get it over right now.
I got to do it after.
Come on, let's go right now.
Dark.
You're almost there. Let's go. Come on.
I'm not close. I'm not. I'm sorry. Sorry to let you down. I'm not going to do it during daylight when kids could be.
What are you worried about a kid seeing it?
It's just nasty. You don't want to see some man running around naked. Plus, it's against the law.
But if you did it right now, there wouldn't be any time for cops or anybody to get out there. Now they have a chance to head this way.
People will. Because we're talking about it on the air, people know it's going to happen, so we will be looking for it.
Not if you had it gone the instant I said go. Got to be spontaneous.
I'm not going to just drop trow and run out there.
That's the easiest way to get past this.
I don't need to get past it. You know me. I don't mind being naked. I just don't want someone who doesn't want to see that.
Come on, go right now.
No.
You can do it. You can hit the front of the building. The building's already cleared up. There's nobody here but Gavin.
Here's what I'll do. I'll bring a robe up here so it'd be easy on, easy off. And I'll do it. I'll do it spontaneously. But I really want to wait till dark.
Is Gavin still here?
Yes, Gavin's here.
Blank gun still loaded? Man.
What are you doing?
I just want to see. Eddie said he was funny last time he shot him. Open your door, see if he's in there. Tassos. Is he? You're in charge of the delay.
Okay.
Hey, the new lighter!
I know. Tell me you had a chick in there with him. That was him. Oh, you just got one of the sales chicks in there. Oh, Kevin. Oh.
I'd love to hear the playback of that.
Did it sound funny in here? Yes, it did. Did he go on the floor? Oh, God. That's a dream.
It's funny because he's sitting at the computer, which is sideways. Right. So he just catches me out of his peripheral. Mm-hmm. His chair slides straight back towards the wall. His arms go up in the air and he drops to the floor. I think he screamed a couple of times. Pull that audio later when you get a chance, Eddie. Hey, you don't have to do it now. All right. Where were we?
Talking about me running naked, and I will. I will do it, but I want to do it so it's planned. And I have a robe, and so that's easy on, easy off. And I'll do it right.
It really could have been done.
I'm not going to.
This could have been done 10 minutes ago when I brought it up the first time.
It's 6:30. It only takes 8 seconds from the time we say this to the time people will be watching.
But it only takes 8 seconds to run to the freeway and back. You'd have been done. All of this would have been past.
I want to be just have my robe. That's fair. That way it's off and it's back on. I don't have to stand there and try to put my pants back on.
All right, whatever.
I will do it.
Would you like an option?
Yeah, I think.
Eddie, don't you have that new air cannon?
Oh, I thought you were going to say stun gun.
Yes. Yeah.
What about it?
Let us shoot you with a new air cannon.
That's 110 PSI.
That was 120.
Whatever. It'll kill me.
Yeah, it's 120.
It'll kill me. whatever you shoot out of that will hurt. I saw the other one that was only 40 pounds almost knocked down over.
Really?
Yes.
Is it here?
Yes.
What do you use to air it up?
I have a compressor in my car.
Is it powerful?
Oh, yeah. Turn a potato into mush in the brick wall.
How long?
A raw one?
Raw potato.
Let us shoot you with that.
A potato? It turned it into mush hitting a wall.
We'll bake it.
No, you won't.
Let us shoot you with mashed potatoes.
No. No. What are you doing? I'd rather do that than I'd rather get shot with something, not something hard.
Just run naked.
Than running naked.
Or a bag of pee.
Oh, man, no. No.
Okay?
I can, I'll do the naked thing.
The what thing?
The naked thing.
I thought you sounded like you said something else. I was going to go, I don't remember that being on the wheel. But if it's not, we should put it on there. I think you said the N-word.
I didn't.
Isn't that what it sounded like? Isn't it?
Definitely sounded like that in here.
Naked thing.
That much. You said, I'll do the thing.
I wouldn't do that. Didn't say that.
Let's put that on the wheel, though. I don't even know what that means. Just put the N thing. What happened to that black guy that was going to come up with the cross eyes and read the news?
Oh, you still want him?
No. He was supposed to come up here 2 or 3 weeks ago.
I don't think we ever called him back. I didn't think you were serious.
Yeah. I said have him on Monday.
Okay. You want him on now?
What did I just say 3 seconds ago?
Have him on. You said to have him on Monday. But sometimes you get past something and you don't want to do it anymore.
That's what I just said. Okay. I don't want to have him. This was supposed to happen 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
I told you when this happened, I wanted to have him on Monday.
Okay.
Why don't you go get that brain scan tomorrow?
I'm going to get the brain scan. But not tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm flying the Goodyear, or not I'm flying the Fuji blimp. Doing a ride in it. What?
Nothing. I was going to say it's too late for the brain scans. I'd love to go to the doctor, but tomorrow I'm flying a blimp.
I am. They're in town.
So instead of doing show prep tomorrow, you're going to ride in a blimp?
Well, I'll get show prep done, too.
Sure you will. What is it, Ronnie?
45 seconds in the tent with Gay Stevens.
How about that instead?
No.
Come on.
I saw that. No.
45.
I'd rather run naked. No. I'm serious. No. He's strong and he's very gay. No. And he pulled O'Malley's pants off.
Yeah. No. Had O'Malley not broken the, did he actually, thanks, Ronnie. Did he pull your cheeks apart?
Yeah, I think he did a little bit, but not a whole lot.
Of course. A lot would make you queer. Did you get them apart?
Honestly, everything happened so fast.
Yes, of course.
That's
the way it's supposed to. Okay. All right, 45 seconds with Steven in the gay tent. Come on, 10
I'd rather be shot with something. No. Absolutely not.
You might.
No, I'm not that either. No, please.
So when you going to run naked? You know what? You got to do it.
Tell everybody.
You got to do it by Friday. I'm tired of waiting around.
All right.
What is today? Wednesday?
I will prepare.
You got till close of business till the end of the show Friday to run naked.
When does it get dark? Anybody know?
It gets after this weekend. It's going to be getting dark about 5:30.
Well, then give me next week. Then we do it next week because then it'll be darker sooner.
And you're going to do it during the show?
I'll do it during the show, but I won't. We're not going to pre-announce the time on the air. I'm just going to go do it.
Yes.
Why?
No, nothing. I like that.
Okay. Well, you're smiling, which means...
That makes me laugh, just to think that you're going to be out in front of the building in some kind of bathrobe. You're going to drop it and run to the freeway and back.
Well, that's what you want me to do.
All right, we'll give you till next week.
Okay.
Monday.
Okay. When it gets...
We won't say what time during Monday. Just Monday.
Okay. It's for sure going to get darker earlier.
This is the weekend. Isn't this the weekend we fall back?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
See there? Look how generous I'm being.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
It's be the weekend to go to Mystic Tan, too.
No. Hey, Dan, clear out line 1. I don't want JD to see that. Quickly. Thank you. Nothing.
What is it?
Nothing.
Tell me.
Do.
Why? Why? What was that?
Nothing. Just a well-wisher.
No.
Certainly nothing to be concerned about. If I was concerned about something and I was you,
what?
I'd be worried about Joy being pregnant.
She's not pregnant. What did you alluded to that earlier. There's no way she would be pregnant.
Why not?
Clearly, I've been to Dr. Fettner and been checked.
Okay. So you're sterile?
Yes.
Okay.
then she's not pregnant. What are you saying?
I ain't saying nothing.
Yes, you are.
She on birth control?
She is not.
Okay. Then she could be pregnant.
No. I've been checked twice.
Okay, you've been checked twice.
She's not cheating on me. Distant and moody doesn't mean she's pregnant.
I bet she's pregnant.
No.
And she doesn't want to tell you. That's what it is. She asked you for money yet?
No. For what?
Abortion.
No. Oh, God. No.
You want to borrow some money?
No, I don't need any money. Thank you. She doesn't need that, and she's not pregnant. She would tell me that, and that's impossible.
It's not impossible.
It is impossible. I know where she is almost all the time.
You want to borrow some money?
No. You don't need any money. Thank you. Why would you say that? What?
Nothing. I'm just saying it's not out of the realm of possibilities. She could be pregnant.
It is out of the realm of possibilities.
It is not.
If she's not cheating on me, I trust her.
She asked you for the money yet?
No. For what?
Abortion.
No. She's not going to ask me for any money. She's not going to have an abortion. She's not pregnant.
Why, you got stairs in your house?
No. No. Actually, I do, but no. God. I'll go get checked again at Fedner.
What do I care?
Well,
if you've already been checked twice,
yeah.
Then I believe that's enough to be legally declared sterile.
But he said every year, so it's been coming up on how long since we got that done?
I don't know. Did you get yours done about my time?
Yeah.
You did yours before me.
Before you, yes.
All right. Mine's been a little over a year.
Okay. So maybe it's time to get tested again.
And she's not on birth control.
No.
She's pregnant.
There would be no reason for her to be.
She knocked up. She's with child, got a bun and nothing.
No, she doesn't.
Yes, she does.
No, she doesn't.
Okay.
And if she does, very serious things will happen. I know that's not the case.
Well, then I tell you what. I'll go home and I'll pull a coat out of the closet.
I don't. Stop it. Gosh, what is the matter with you? We need a coat hanger. There's nothing that... Come on. Stop.
I didn't say anything about a coat hanger. That's what you assumed.
I don't need anything. Any form of abortion at all. I don't need it. Thank you. She's just not pregnant.
And the plastic ones don't work.
I'm quite aware. Got you on this kick.
I just think she's pregnant. She's moody and she won't tell you what's going on.
I know. Moody and distant and weird.
Mm-hmm. She knocked up with child.
No.
Bone in the oven.
No, she doesn't have a bone in the oven.
She's got her Krispy Kreme cooking.
No.
Fine.
You just assume she cheats on me.
Or maybe something happened to your vasectomy.
No.
Okay.
I'll have that checked.
What are you going to have it checked for? If it's impossible.
Well, and Dr. Fettner said there was always a chance.
Okay.
But we got the test.
Yours grew back before, didn't it?
Once, yes.
Not from Fettner, it was another doctor.
Mm-hmm. And it didn't get the clips that time. I had just tied off.
Hi, Kurt. Kurt.
Hey.
Yep.
Just want you to know that I had my vasectomy done after my third kid. Got checked twice. It was both negative, and 3 months later, my wife was pregnant with our fourth one.
See?
It can happen.
How did she act right before she found out after she found out she was pregnant?
I think everything went pretty good until...
Well, I mean, did she act... Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
What?
Definitely. That moody, distant, you know.
Stop it. Quit it. You told him to say that.
I didn't tell him to say nothing. He came up with that when I was on it.
No, he did.
Yeah, he did. Thanks, Kurt. There you go.
He's not.
There's your problem.
Well, then if that's the case...
Now's the time to get married.
We'll deal with it.
What are you going to do? You going to have it? You going to start all over at 46? Or are you going to kill an innocent baby?
Oh, Jesus. Leave me alone. Neither. We're not going to... She's not pregnant.
I got an idea what you can do, but I have to turn the mics off.
Oh, okay.
You get her up here.
God! You are sick!
I know it.
I can't even speak.
See, if we were on satellite, I wouldn't have had to turn the mics off for that.
Shut up, Eddie. That's disgusting. Dear God Almighty.
Do we need to break again?
Glad you find that funny. There's nothing funny about that.
And I know damn well you do that.
Yeah, I would. No, I'm kidding. God.
Now that got on the air, right?
Good. Better pray it didn't.
Man. I know it's got to be damned irritating to be in the car missing the best part of the show, but I can't help you. Sorry. I've guidelines I have to adhere to.
Yes.
All right. Take a quick break. Do we have anything to play?
You'll play Could the Answer Be C?
Is it any good? All right. All right. We'll take a break. We'll come back.
The Russ Martin Show.
We have another stop set for the Liz Wild Show.
Yes.
All right. And then we'll run through Could the Answer Be C really quick. You going to get your semen checked?
Yes.
What are you going to do if she's pregnant?
With my child?
Yeah.
We'll discuss that among ourselves if that's the case. I doubt very seriously she is pregnant with my child.
Hmm. What if she comes to you and says, I love you, and I'm pregnant,
mm-hmm.
and we are going to have a little Asian baby?
No. We ain't having nothing. She'd buy. She's fell in love with somebody else. She'd go raise that baby with somebody else.
Why? You don't love him because he's Asian?
No. It's not that I don't love him. It's clearly that we don't need to be together.
Why not?
If she's cheated.
She says she was sorry, and she still loves you.
No.
Have the Asian baby.
No.
Come on.
I won't. She can.
You can name him Nipsey.
I don't. God. No. No. What's the matter?
What if it's your baby?
Then
she can start over at 46?
I wouldn't want to.
Are you 45?
I'm 46.
You turned 47 in November?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
What?
I didn't realize you were that close to 50.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't bother me at all. What's the matter with you? You're just staring at me.
Nothing. I was just thinking of all the different possibilities she could come to you and say. All the different types of babies.
All right. Quit it. I know where you're going.
What if it's your baby,
mm-hmm.
but it's deformed? What if it's one of them Siamese babies joined at the head?
She and I will discuss medical options at that point.
Would you have it?
I wouldn't.
Conjoined at the head?
What an odd question. I don't know. I doubt it.
Because if you have one of those, I want to see it come out. Because that's going to look like a magic trick.
No.
Watch this. Did I have a baby in a mirror?
No. She's not pregnant. Quit it. Now you got me wondering. Oh, man.
All right.
Gonna get some stuff to give away.
Maybe that's why she wants her breast implants out so she can start breastfeeding.
No.
That could be it.
Please.
Didn't she talk about that?
Can she talk about the breast implants?
Yeah, she wanted to have the breast implants out.
Yeah.
Maybe she's been pregnant for a while.
I would know. Tiny as she is, I would know.
No, you wouldn't.
I would see it. I would get a little pooch.
You know? Well, tiny chicks don't always show a lot, do they? Yeah. And wasn't it a month or so she was talking about having her implants taken out?
Yes.
That's probably when she found out. She decided to have them taken out so she could breastfeed.
No.
Congratulations, buddy.
I'm not.
My buddy's having an Asian baby.
That's not an Asian baby. She would tell me. She would tell me. She would tell me. By now, if it was mine, she'd tell me. Here, I'm saying it like she's pregnant. Quit it. She's not pregnant.
And you start thinking names.
Quit.
I'll think of one.
It's somebody else's. She can raise it with that person.
How very shallow.
It's time to get lucky and play the game that even a mutant mongoloid monkey could win. Let's play Could the Answer Be C? And here's your host, Russ Martin.
Have the baby. Start a new family at 46.
I'm not anyway.
Come on.
Start a baby. No, that's why I had a vasectomy. My
It'll
nights
be
of staying
fun.
up with
You
crying,
enjoy a little kung pao.
No, my nights of staying up late with crying babies are over. God, can you even imagine that at this age?
Mm-hmm.
Starting again. Wow. That gives me the heebie-jeebies.
All right. I see Brian's on the phone. What is Brian playing for?
Brian will be playing for 12 months bronze level web hosting service from VertFizz.com, the official web host of Live 105.3 and the Russ Martin Show. Larry North's book, Living Lean, and 1 month free at any North gym, and free lunch and admission for 4 at the Penthouse Club, and a Kahlua prize pack.
It's a lot of stuff.
Yes.
Okay. Here we go. We gotta hurry. It's 7 o'clock. Hi, Brian.
Hey.
Ready to go?
Yep.
You know how we play?
Yes.
Okay, well then this won't take long. All right, question number 1. Are these, which one's the finisher, Eddie?
The last 3 kind of go together. But if you want a good finisher, I like that one check.
These last 3?
No.
Put them in order really quick. One moment, Brian. Brian, what do you do for a living?
Listen to the show.
Okay. Do I have a job?
Nope.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Oh. How long have you been unemployed?
It's only been a couple months, but I'm trying to go back to college in spring, so.
Okay. What happened to your job?
Disagreement with my boss.
Okay. Bob McNeil had the same problem with me.
Yes. Yes, he did.
And we saw what happened with that.
All right, here we go. The U.S. government is worried about the Chinese getting into the space race because... See, you can have a little astronaut, John.
I don't want a little astronaut.
A little kung pao in space.
I'm racing.
Sounds like a Saturday morning cartoon.
Yes, it does.
The U.S. government is worried about the Chinese getting into the space race because A, they will discover we never went to the moon. B, they can start another Star Wars race. C, by the way they drive, nobody's satellites are going to be safe.
I think it's C.
Yes. With Halloween right around the corner, people are stocking up on candy because A, this is supposed to be one of the busiest Halloweens ever. B, people aren't watching their weight like in years past. C, Dan Lewis has a really big bag and plans on living off of his take for months.
C.
Yes. Animal trainer Siegfried said this past week that the white tiger wasn't trying to kill Roy Horn. It was only trying to A, help keep him from falling, B, dragging him to a safe spot away from the crowd, or C, stop the annoying lisp that hurts his ears.
C.
Yes. Hang on a second. This looks like a finisher right here. Turn to this, All right. Realtors say the best part about selling a I'm saving that for the last one. Robert De Niro said that he wasn't scared of prostate cancer because A, he's really a tough guy. B, he's been up against worse odds. C, it's not like he has no talent and wants to do his own show, so that's really scary.
C.
Yes. Russ Limbaugh said that his addiction to painkillers stemmed from A, his ear surgery, B, chronic back pain because he's overweight, C, the fear of getting married and having his wife make all the important decisions in his life, therefore ruining everything.
Definitely C.
Yes. Doctors say the only thing that would have made separating the Egyptian Siamese twins easier is A, less sharing of their blood vessels, B, they should have done it earlier in their life, C, if they were Trey and Dan, then killing them both wouldn't really matter.
C.
Yes. Time changing this weekend will give Dan Lewis an extra hour to realize A, he's never going to be on the radio again. B, he needs to look for another job. C, he'll have less daylight on the corner to beg for cash.
C.
Yes. The time change will give Dan's kids an extra hour to A, walk to school because they sold the family car. B, listen to Laura yell, you make me sick at Dan. C, roll pennies for lunch money.
C.
The time change will give Dan's wife an extra hour to A, clean the stench of failure out of their furniture.
Wow. Wow.
Yell, you make me sick for an extra hour. C, roll pennies for gas money.
C.
Yes. And finally, realtors say the best part about selling a multi-million-dollar house is A, the commission can last an entire year. B, it will elevate you to a higher level in the reality world. C, mom fakes an orgasm so it makes you feel more like a man.
Wow. C.
Yes. You got them all right?
You got them all.
That's the wrong button. Hold on a second. Wait. I got 500 keys to keep track of in here.
I know.
There. Tell me what he's got.
12 months bronze level web hosting service from VertBiz.com, the official web host of Live 105.3 The Russ Martin Show. Larry Northbrook, living lean and a month free at any Larry North gym. Free lunch and admission for 4 to the Penthouse Club and a Kahlua prize pack. Check out Fridays at the Penthouse. All you can eat steak, $10.
This is Russ Martin.
What's wrong with Gavin?
Nothing.
Why can't you just have a normal guy on there?
What? You mean just a guy just talking?
Reload this one. I gotta make this quick because we're already late for the Liz Wild Show. Listen to him. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
Yeah.
Now, back to the Russ Martin Show. Live 105.3.
What's that?
Alternative
Sounds like a lizard.
Live 105.3.
Fine. I don't care.
Yeah.
All right, you ready with the plugs?
Yep.
Gonna have the Fetner check your semen?
I am for sure. I don't think that's a problem, but I am for sure.
I just think all these things coming up together at the same time.
It's all
Gonna
right.
ask for better timing. She wants her implants out a couple of months ago, or about 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
That's when she finds out she's pregnant. She wants to breastfeed.
I think she would tell me.
Why?
If she's pregnant with my child, it would be time to tell me.
Maybe. Maybe she wants to get too far along to where it's too late to do anything about it.
No. As tiny as she is, it would be showing 6 weeks in.
I don't think it would. Not all chicks show it much.
Well, no.
You just chomped again. It's another $1. How much money you spend today?
About $8.
I think I've been lenient. Put $1 in.
I don't have anything. I call it there's another 20.
Well, break that.
Okay. Bring it in a second. I got more in the other room.
All right.
My wallet.
All right, let's go.
And for more information about the Russ Martin Show, to email us individually, go to russmartin.com.
You really leave her if she was having a baby from somebody else?
Yes.
What if that person's gone?
I don't care. Is that my problem that you cheated?
I don't know.
No.
I thought you loved her.
I do.
Okay.
But obviously she doesn't love me. You can answer...
Is it because she's going to have an Asian baby?
No. Wouldn't matter whose baby. Wouldn't matter if it was just a normal white guy. Wouldn't matter.
What about a colored baby?
It wouldn't matter. I would still leave it.
Huh. I can just hear you right now.
What?
John, I'm pregnant. I'm going to have a colored... You better say TV.
I wouldn't say that.
Yes, you would.
I would
I
not.
know how you are.
You don't know how I am. I'd never say that. But I would leave them. Answers to any questions about the Russ Martin Show, it's russmartin.info, including audio clips. Instant email during the show, studio at russmartin.com. Show sites, johndavidryan.com, eddieboyd.com, danatasos.com, gaillightfoot.com. What else do we do today? Limousine service provided by Ultima Limousines. Contact George at limogeorge.com, and the official site where they talk that rocks is live1053.com.
All right. We're late. Apologies to the Liz Wild Show or the listeners, whichever is more applicable. See you guys later.
See you.